I don't know. He's got 72 press. That's pretty bad. Might release Sterling Shepard right now. I'm not gonna do that actually. Sterling Shepard, I'll keep him for one more year. I'll let him ride out his contract. He still got 92 catch. I'll let him ride. Real talk on RDL.
Did something to you. So old. Over it.
I was bringing it. I know she's not here already. God damn it.
Hey, babe.
Hello?
What's up?
All right. Okay. Not allowed to. No. 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 Fuck no. Can't do it. No. To make something to eat? Did you find out what you gonna do? Huh? Oh no, don't get an attitude that bad. Make something good like you was great to do. Don't let me bother you. Only 2 niggas tuned in. That's how we feel. Okay. This must not be a good broadcast day. Ain't nobody watching? Get it together, fucking MFJ crew. Get it together. Get it the fuck together, man. Get this shit together. And shit. What's going on? Time on. The Rams. What's going on? Who's still on headset? Anybody still here?
Yo.
What's up, bro? There they go. There you go. Y'all hearing Erica cussing me the fuck out?
Yeah, man.
She stay cussing me the fuck out. And shit. I don't know what the fuck I did, but she cussed me the fuck out. Anyway, I'm back over in RDL 5 right now. We need to talk about. We still got rookies we got to talk about too over here. I asked you this question, Nod. How you feel about the draft class?
I like my draft class. I have to go back in that league to really break down everybody, but I like that draft class. I think it touches on like the spots I was weak at and some future spots that I might not want to pay. So we did what we had to do.
So my question to you, did you draft anybody in the 2024 draft class? Right? This was the 24 draft class, right? Or 25?
25.
25 class?
25 class, I think it's 25 class.
Yeah, it was a 25. You're right. Did anybody in that 25 class becomes that you drafted becomes an immediate starter, or are all these guys are in the
offensive linemen? We have two rookie starters.
okay,
By
so
choice. Not like necessarily I needed to, but by choice because of why we drafted them. You feel me? The center and what's his name? Walden, Rick, something Walden. Rich Whalen, LSU. He gets an immediate start over Jeff Pryor. And then we drafted J.C. Latham, Alabama tackle, who, after looking at Jalen McKenzie's stats, sacks allowed, and looking at Alaric's stats allowed, we decided that Alaric to move inside to guard on the other side of Cade Mays, giving us a strong little setup in that interior to bring us back to having this better offensive line with some two young guys playing. Last year we were trying to figure out our situation between like Cody Culver and Eric Harrell. It was kind of difficult, so we just drafted two offensive linemen and pop them right into place right away.
So Shoguns, what about you? Did you grab anybody out of the 25 draft class that can play right now?
No, I actually have a different philosophy on the draft. I don't just always. For me, I like to put a few drafts in between drafted players.
Okay.
So I don't have salary issues down the road. You keep drafting. That means all these guys are coming up for contract at the same time. I hate you giving that little secret away. I love when these niggas out here run out of money. But I did grab just as trade bait. I did grab J.J. McCarthy, superstar quarterback for trade bait.
He's a dog. He's going to be the new Michigan starting quarterback in real life. He's definitely a dog. That's trade bait for you. I mean, he doesn't take the job away from the my player you got over there at all.
No, he doesn't.
But he's trade bait, like you said, and he could be a good backup, solid backup. I'm quite sure he's superstar.
Yeah, he's
superstar. 85 speed, 96 throw power.
Sheesh.
He's had some inquiries.
Yeah, he can definitely be a starter with the right user.
With the right coach, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so in 25 at this point, a lot of guys got guys that their team is kind of built. We didn't see too much of an effect. This is what I didn't get to pay attention to. Free agency right before the draft. Was it loaded? Don't yell at me. Same time. One, two, three.
My players.
Well, my players got saved. Most of them guys got saved.
Most of them, but there was some my player offensive linemen that people were paying $100 million. Superstars, they were still getting paid. Like a superstar offensive lineman, they were getting paid $60, $70 million. I'm trying to remember if Justin Jefferson ended up being a free agent and then getting picked up. Like there was some surprising free agents out there. I thought
that right there tells you how deep the free agent class was. Justin Jefferson didn't even get signed, and he was a free agent.
He didn't get
right.
Yeah, he didn't get
from the
signed
first
until,
from the 2020 rookie class, those type of players. So what happens is this: when you first start the real draft, you get the 4 seasons with the players you drafted in the first draft class, and then we all say, uh-oh, people gonna have problems trying to sign those first classes back. But that's not really what the issue really is. You can kind of manage that and get away with signing those guys back. But this off season is going to be the problem. This is where you're going to be seeing niggas DMing me all crazy, yo, I can't do shit, I ain't got no cap. All that's going to start happening. I'm going to be like, and I can't do shit either. Better figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But this going to be the class where guys are going to be sitting in free agency, and it's going to be a better free agency than the draft, right? So when I say the 2025 draft class, were there starters in that draft class? I do think it was starters throughout this whole entire draft. That come in, and it depends on who you are. Are you a guy that been in the league since day one, or you new coming into the league? And if you're new coming into the league, you probably going to find starters immediately. So we start with the Bears, and we kick it with the Bears for a second right here. I'm just not going to talk about just the rookies they got. I'm going to talk about what their team look like as a whole. So we're going to see a resurgence of the quarterback Corey Stanley. All right, he was the my player for Seahawks. He's in hands now where he's already up to an X Factor. He got the Omaha on him. He got some of the good stats. If you follow these guys, they all do the same shit when it comes down to their quarterbacks. All right, so they all gonna have like the same type of stuff on them. When we get to the last 2 boxes, you're gonna see Gunslinger and Protected. All right, now just a guru tip. I don't like using these shits because they overpower, and like it's almost like using the inside stuff. But these 2 things right here alone will make your quarterback different. Period. So you either gonna go Gunslinger and Protected, or you going Gunslinger and Hot Route Master. And if you're Hot Route Master, and then you got to get your receivers on. If you Protecting, then you got to get your receivers on Route Apprentice so they can do some things. But again, you're dealing with guys that got double superstars at positions now, where you can't have the same ability. So things change. But if you chase the league for the most part, especially with the Demon team, you're going to see all of them doing this right here, right? And it's the OP shit. At the end of the day, certain abilities are OP. But what you have to like about the young gunners are that they understand their abilities. They put their guys in those situations. They're going to call plays that's going to benefit these abilities all game long. And until everybody else can catch up with that and play the game that way, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be playing against some shit that you just gonna be like, how the fuck, what the fuck, how, and you ain't gonna better figure it out, right? But I understand all their abilities. I'm just an asshole. I want to play real football, so I ain't just gonna do computer shit and video game shit all day long. But this is what it's here for. So now, with that being said, we great see a Corey Stanley that's going to be a guy that's going to be known as a good quarterback in this league right now, and I can tell you why right now. At this point, if you look at his career, with Seahawks having him 51.9 QB rating as a rookie, 56.4, 75%, 72.8. At this point right now, he's already at 114.5, 14 touchdowns and 9 picks. Every year he's been a starting quarterback underneath the old coach, he's thrown more interceptions than touchdowns. We're not going to see that this year. Now we're going to see a guy who's going to better use his dual threat quarterback, and you're going to see him using the right way. 14 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So now you got a coach that said, I'm coming into this team, I don't need a new quarterback. I'm going to play with the guy I got. 89 speed, 89 acceleration, he's up to 98 throw power. That's 5 years of building this guy. He's a dog, right? So you use this kid, and you're going to use him well. So now you got to put the pieces around that to be able to deal with that, the player attributes and what he's built to be, along with the abilities he have. You put the pieces around him. So when you look at it, you're going to see David Montgomery. He's been on Superstar for Seahawks. Seahawks inherited a guy that went through the sim season and developed into a superstar, right? So he's there. I doubt he's going to use him crazy to the point where we're just going to see, him as the man right now. Give me 2 seconds. You here?
I'm here.
Oh, God. All right, here I come.
Okay.
All right, yeah, so real fast before I slide off to go let mom in the house real fast. David Montgomery, if you look at his abilities, take a look at him. All right, he's on tank and human joystick, and that's the other OP building. All of us have this on our running backs, right? The moment they on tank, now it doesn't work completely good unless you have them on freight train too. But the tank and the human joystick, they're going to break tackles, any type of hit sticks, and if you're not tackling yourself, the computer's going to do it. they're hit sticking, so they're going to better break tackles. So he has a good running back that he can go in between the tackles with. Now you look at E.J. Smith, and if I'm him, exactly, I will have him on receiver things. And this is smart about him. This is him understanding abilities. Now what you get with this guy is the moment all the routes are shut down that you got to constantly stop all game long, those routes that get shut down, now you got a guy that has running back apprentice and playmaker. So now he's going to better do so much stuff when the play's broken down and he has nowhere to go. He has a bailout damn near 90% of the time, bro. And if you don't have the right stuff on your DBs or linebackers at the sub linebacker, whatever, you're not going to better cover this at all. And this is where the game inside the game gets good. And to be honest with you, you can't be mad at this. This is just knowing the game. Like, and if you're not a guy that play MUT or follow YouTube, you don't know all this stuff, right? And this is where YouTube becomes a big part of playing football now in Madden. So he has him on him. Will Shipley's not unlocked yet, but this was a great pickup for him. Will Shipley at running back, because you got another one of those guys that can do both. Now E.J. Smith and Will Shipley are kind of like the same running backs. They both can catch the ball out the backfield really well. So now he has two threats where you'll see in his offense and his gun trips and things like that, this guy will be playing wide receiver, E.J. Smith. So he's going to have him at one of the slot receivers and enjoy that playmaker. So you have to scheme for that now. You have to understand what he's doing and what type of players he got on the field. That's football if you really think about it. It's football along with the game. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to scheme for this. If you're not aware that he has this guy at receiver, you're missing out on a guy that he can playmaker and he has an extra route apprentice, hot route master for another guy on the field. It's smart. It's understanding your abilities, understanding what your players are, and putting them in that right situation. I'm going to come back to his team. Hold me down, Naz. Let me let my mom in real fast.
Alright, I gotta use certain language because I'm on the live, so I won't tell y'all about my little bro right here. Little bro. If he skips to his receivers though, you see he got, y'all could do that on your own. If not, and still over here on the running back, skip to his receivers. You got 2-2, 99 speed at will. Double me with the right abilities, probably wide receiver apprentice. Nah, route tech and wide receiver apprentice. Yep, that's a good golden one. 5-9ster. Then you got John 6'4" Ross. Double me with route apprentice and deep out elite. So that's his go get it receiver clearly. Then you got the my player's son, Corey Stanley, supposed to be a junior. I thought down here he's probably working on him right now. He's got mid out, so he's really got all parts of the field. You know what I'm saying, like catching wise locked up. Got Darnell Mooney, the signature speedster, and then you can't forget about whatever Keandre Lambert, I think that's how I would pronounce his name. He looks like another slot guy that's going to take over Darnell Mooney's spot, or maybe even a little slot with the outside. You're dealing with mostly a passer here. Yes, he runs the ball a little bit, but generally speaking, mostly a passer. So he has plenty of weapons and keys to kind of allow him to do what he wants within the offense. You got a little bit of age with Mooney, and then the younger guys puts together a nice receiving core for him. His tight ends is Luke Ford, Cole Kmet. He's not really a tight end user, so I wouldn't look for these guys to get much play or much action. Maybe Cole, because he's got some good catching, but these guys are usually blockers. Luke's 6'7", so he might try to go get it with him, but like I said, he's not really a tight end guy. He's looking to hit these receivers and run the ball for the yards that he needs to. This used to be the old Texans user for anybody that's watching that's not in the league. Bully for fun. He's got, when Ant gets to his offensive line, he's got a slew of superstars that he was hyped that he drafted, along with already a 99 superstar left guard and 89 superstar right guard. So he's looking at mostly a full offensive line that's a superstar. He'll probably let the rest of these offensive linemen die out in doing so. But yeah, he was pretty excited and hyped about his draft. He drafted, said 3 out of 4 or out of 5 superstar offensive linemen. So I thought that was something he was excited about. And that means a lot for this guy just because, you know what I'm saying, when you pass that much, or majority of the time, you want to be able to like trust that you got guys in front of you that's going to block. So he may go through some complications this year due to them being rookies and gelling with the team well, but at the end of this year, he'll probably have a full developed line that'll understand what he likes to do. Again, still on this running backs though, just to break down more in depth with this running back situation. Let me go look at Shipley. Shipley, let me see what his dev is. I believe maybe a superstar. No, most running backs don't come out superstars. Forget that. He's a star. But with this type of user, 94, 94, 94, 95, change of direction, it's inevitable to when he can get a breakout with this guy. If he does so right, he's not really the running demon time brother. He's more of the passing one, like I said earlier. But maybe if he summons his inner wiggle, and he'll be able to do what he needs to do and get these guys. We'll get Shipley to a superstar, so he'll match E.J. Smith. He'll probably let David Montgomery die out or trade him. And then that's what you'll see. Like Ant said, you'll see E.J. maybe the runner, Will Shipley the catcher. It'll just depend on the user. Looking at EJ's, EJ's still gonna be the guy for him to go out and
well, you could dump it out and then drink some soda. All right, we back. I appreciate y'all for allowing me to take my break. Had to let Big Mama in the crib, and that's a far walk downstairs. Sheesh. All right, so summons his inner wiggle though, huh?
I was talking about his if he has to, how he's gonna get Will to get the superstar trait. So when it's just Will and EJ, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna have the 1-2 punch that he really wants, because he'll want EJ, once Montgomery dies out, he'll want EJ to pick up that tank and you know what I'm saying, joystick. But EJ's got such a good route running stats that I don't think he'll want to do that actually, now that I was looking at it.
Yeah, because he can go either or, because Will Shipley has the same type of build.
He's only a star, so he's got to get the breakout with him. So that's why I was saying he's got to summon his inner wiggle, because he's not really the wiggle guy, but he is too, because they're all wiggles.
When I played in week 1, he did a pretty good job with Will Shipley running the ball. I don't think he knows how to do the wiggle shit, but he ain't going to do it. He's not. And this is what I like about so the whole thing comes down to this. In real draft, what you're going to see is a lot of guys that have, it goes two things. You got guys that have a system and a scheme, and then you got the Dick Riders. Simple as that. That's what it comes down to. I hate to be harsh, I hate to be bland and just say it that way, but that's what the fact comes down to it. I'll watch the dog for you. I watch them. So what you? Yeah, pretty much. But what you're gonna get is you're gonna get guys that's going copy off of what other guys are doing, and you're gonna get the guys that build their own system and play the way they play. Now, the one thing I will say about Young Ruff, even though we used to give him hell about being a MUT player in Madden franchise, he's one of the first guys to make MUT stuff work in franchise mode. So his system is his system. You're going to catch him in bunch all game long, and you're going to play bunch, and because he got hot route masters on all his guys outside of the receivers that's on superstar and stuff like that, he can do the scheme he likes to do. His system is his system, and I enjoy it. Like with T has a system, he plays through that system. That's that. Even the young brother got their own. They all got similar styles, but they all got their through their squad, they all got their own little ways of playing.
His passing game, like his receivers are going to develop nice. I was just saying the way that he's going to have to get Will the superstar to take over that like tank and joystick mode is going to be, he's going to have to change up for a second or two, or go trade for a superstar running back. You know what I'm saying? At some point, because other than that, EJ is going to have to stay on that. He's not going to keep David Montgomery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He might. I doubt it. I was about to say he's probably going to let him walk. So then he'll only have one superstar running back. So that changes the running aspect for when he does want to just hand the ball off and get a couple yards. You know what I'm saying? Will's still going to be good. He's going to be a star. He's just not going to have that tank and that joystick.
And that'll be his goal. His goal would be to try to get a breakout message with Will Shipley.
Exactly.
So now we get to the receivers. Tutu Atwell. You look at him with the double me on him. You go look at his abilities. He got route technician and wide receiver apprentice. And then you slide to Justin Ross and got really good receivers over here. And then you put him on route apprentice, and you got deep out elite. So as you can see, he has more than one superstar at that position, and he's not breaking the rules anymore, right? So you got wide receiver apprentice, route technician. Then with Ross, you get to put him on route apprentice and then deep out elite. So then you come down to Corey Stanley, who's a superstar as well for him at receiver, and then you got mid out, and then this other block is locked. So with that being said, that goes to correlate to what his quarterback has. Now think about it: quarterback, running back, wide receiver positions. All that goes into his system now. You're gonna get a whole bunch of crossing routes, a lot of cover 3 beaters. With you got somebody with a deep shot route runner on here. So in his system, not to give up his offense and all that, you're gonna have somebody that's going deep all the time, and you got crossing routes, and you got guys that sit, and then you got the playmaker aspect from the running back position. You walking the route, babe? All right. Yeah, real talk. Thank you. So his offense to me is fit to do what he like to do on offense, and that's what makes him super good. And the only way you can beat guys that have that scheme, that system that they run, and they're OP with it. That means no matter what they call out of that formation, they're setting it up to run what they comfortable with running, right? So you could call 7 different plays out of the gun bunch, but just because you call in different plays doesn't mean with the route apprentices and all that, you can pick these guys on the routes you want them to run. So you kind of like, you know what I'm saying, you get away from the play call and shit because you can hot route master them to the same shit you want them to do. And that's pressure when you playing with guys with the abilities, that they understand their abilities, and they're putting their guys in those situations every single play. So what happens is their percentage of making a play goes up higher because their guys are in those situations all game long. So you can be winning the ball game, and in a hot moment, everything changes because of how they play the game, right? So that's one way of playing the game. That's a system. He has a really good system. This Bear team is going to be a team you got to really respect and think about as a top 10 team to be playing against or over there in the NFC as well. They are definitely put themselves in a situation to be a Super Bowl contender over there. So we continue to look at the line. Braden Smith on star 97, but they drafted 2 rookies, right? They got a superstar here. This is a guy that's going to start for him right away. I mean, Jesus Christ, this kid's an animal if you really take a look at him. Nah, help me out here where I don't gotta like waste all this time going to find out if they superstars or not.
Oh, that was a gift.
So I'm on the left tackles right now. You got Mims and Raymond. Will Raymond from Florida State and Amarius Mims from Georgia.
I was telling the guys up here that he was raved about his draft class. I was talking to them through the depth charts, but I couldn't move it obviously on your screen. But he was raved that he drafted 3 superstar linemen, and Raymond is one of them.
6'8" and 6'9" on the offensive line. When these guys unlock.
How is Corey Stanley? Hold up.
Corey Stanley 5'11".
That could be something to watch out for.
Well, you already seen it. When I played him, he rolled him out a lot. He got him out of the pocket and playmaker and stuff like that. That was part of his offense. So he's never going to be in a situation where that 5'11" quarterback is going to hurt him because he knows how to move the pocket and move out of it. So you're dealing with a guy that really got a really good offensive mind frame, bro. He dials some things up. That's pretty good. He stays with his system and he doesn't come off of it. No matter who you are, who he's playing, he's going to play his game. So now you got stud offensive linemen. I don't know if Raymond was superstar or not, but I think he did win there. So there you go. So you go to left guard. You got Taylor Mumford, who's already on superstar. Again, when you look at these rosters, you see a lot of 99s going on. We are 6 seasons in. So at this point, guys are built, right? So you got him. Then you go look at the center. This guy won't touch the field whatsoever. At right guard, 94 overall, and James Daniels. And you got Savion Byrd that you can always plug and play. He's an 89, so he's ready to go now too. And then you got Kenny Singleton. He on Woodnut, but again 80 overall. And then on the right side of it, you got Orlando Brown here that was traded when I first got him, and then Kenyon Childs, another superstar. So you got the line, the quarterback, the wide receivers. They're all young. They're all 24 and under, and they all can grow together. And at this point, so he's looking looking good for the future going down the team. He's one of the coaches that attacked the offensive line. Now, I'm not saying that guys should attack the offensive line, but he came in with a purpose. He needed a line. He got 3 of them, and he won 3 superstar offensive linemen. When some guys could have got those offensive linemen, but they rather draft skill positions for the first couple of rounds than try to come back. This guy stole all the superstars. On defense, you got Greg Rose. He's been one of the top defensive pass rushers in the league. He's there. Winovich is on backup right now. Drake Jackson, you can get away with him at 91 overall. He does have 84 speed, 85 excel with 92 block share, so he's going to get to the quarterback as well. Blau Nichols is still here. He's up there in age, but then you got Timothy Smith. I think you got to work him a little bit. Andrew Davison, another guy you got to work on normal. So his D tackle position, but again, that doesn't affect him because he's in the 3-3-5 all game long for the most part. So you're not really going to be affected with not having the pass rushers because you're in the block shed defense all game long. So Jack Kaiser out here at outside linebacker, I don't know if he starts. I do know this guy plays a lot of his safeties at linebacker, so when we get to the safeties, you're probably going to be seeing 2 or 3 good safeties over there. Roquan Smith is an animal at 28 years old. He's still who he is. Levi Dripper is really a dog. Before he took this team, this guy was one of the guys everybody was talking about. Like, who the hell is this guy? But he's a dog. So Dallas Gant got good speed, acceleration, can tackle, and good hit power at the same time. A little backup that's not really worth talking about. He traded for Okuda. All right, you got Jalen Johnson, Tyson Campbell's here, Gladney. He must have picked him up somewhere along the line. Keaton Ellis, he got him from in the trade when he got Okuda. So he got, look, as you can see, a bunch of cornerbacks, fast and good speed, good size that he can run around with. And then at the safety level, Derek Davis Jr. I don't know how the fuck he was able to get this kid over here. Oh yeah, he drafted him, not him. C. Hound drafted him. That's right. So now look, you got a safety with 95 speed, 95 excel. Cameron Sillum, another safety from Jackson State. Anytime you get a Dion kid, you get a dog. So he won there too as well. And then we go Jaden Lars Woodbay. This is my guy. Used to play for Florida State, transferred to Boston College. So he got a thumper over here as well. So he got a good secondary, got a good team. The team was already good. He made it that much better. Love what he did in the draft. I think he really, really improved his team and made it his team fast. You know, some guys that come in the league, he's been in the league, even though he wasn't playing for a while, but he's been in the league. He understands what's going on and how to move in my league. So he comes back and he puts that team together really fast in a whopping 1 season turnaround. Like, I don't think he's going to have to wait because the team was already built. The team was already good. They just needed a consistent coach over there. So he comes and inherited a really good team and made the team his team right away. He doesn't have to wait a season or 2 to make it. You know, my pieces are here now. I need him to grow up. He's already there with it because his interior is where he had to attack mostly. And he did that with the offensive line. So shout out to the Bears. I like what you did over here, big guy. You was moving and you shook the trees and you did what you had to do and got these Bears at a 5-0 record right now. Now let's take a look at the Bengals. This is the team that I like to talk about. Young Camden, man. Young Camden works hard at trying to get his team to the way he needed to be. He works hard, he play all his games, and he's really invested in trying to get better at Madden as a whole right now. So anything he do is a standout to me because a guy that, you know, doesn't shy away from competition, doesn't care win or loss. You know, he wants to win, but it doesn't bother him. He just keeps working and keep digging into it. They the guys you need in your league to make your league great. He's one of them. So let's talk about him a little bit. He has the dual threat quarterback over here, De'Aaron King, on superstar, 92 speed, 92 acceleration. You got a guy with 95 throw power. Again, another one of those 5'11 guys, but guess what? He's a dual threat, especially in the AFC North. The whole entire AFC North defense is built to be able to stop dual threat quarterbacks. Simple as that. It's 2 of them over. It's 3 dual threat quarterbacks over there with Jaden Daniels, De'Aaron King, and Lamar Jackson. So this guy, he had a great rookie year. He got hurt for 10 games his sophomore year. He's back now. I would think that he would have his system under wraps now. Now when you talk about guys that know how to put systems together and run their own shit, you talk about these guys, like I said, you got guys that got their own style and other people that copy them, right? Well, he's not one of those guys that's going to copy anything. What he's going to do is he's going to try to perfect how to play with a dual threat quarterback. So I think he's in a situation, you tell me if I'm wrong or not, Jill, he's in a situation where he's still trying to figure out how to put an offense together to be able to make his quarterback dual threat to the point where he gives you problems with his quarterback run plays.
Absolutely, actually, because that one season, not this season, because I think didn't De'Aaron get hurt this season, or was that?
No, he got hurt last year. 9 games.
Year, he was going crazy for them first 4 games, and then that 9 games where he got out that funk. I think it didn't help him like start to get a hang of it. I think he was really starting to get a hang of it. His numbers were starting to show. And I'm gonna go look at his receivers real quick because I don't really remember the rest of his offense. I know that he made a couple running back moves that were controversial.
So in his rookie season, while you look at his receivers and stuff, don't tell her numbers or nothing. Like 98.2 QB rate in 2003, 34 yards, 27 touchdowns, 19 picks. I really am impressed with that. Now, the one thing I will want higher, which he did, which is get out of that 58%. You got to be 60% or above for me to respect you as a passer, right? Now. He had 70 QB rate in the following year. This is a sophomore campaign, 1953. Remember, he was hurt the majority of the season. So he never really got it going back. Now you got him back in the mix. I would do this. If I'm him, this is what I'm doing. You kind of got your offense. You know what you want to do. I would rely on a run game with him being a runner more right now, because right now he's starting off to a shitty start. 66.6%, 574, 6 touchdowns, 10 picks. We got to get him calmed back down. Got to get him throwing safer plays. Cut the field in half. That's what you do when you got a young quarterback you're still trying to figure out. Cut the field in half, and it's read one, check down, run. Simple as that. Read one, check down, run. Remember I said that. When it comes down to your quarterback. Now, in the run game, he's going to give anybody fits at the end of the day. So, without even really going super deep into it, if you look at him as a runner, he's going to be a problem, period, for anybody. So, let's check him out in the run game. Right now, 10 carries, 64 yards, 6.4 yards a carry. That's a good average of carrying right now. I think for him to have a successful season, to turn that season around and be a playoff team, I think this quarterback has to be rushing for about 800 to 900 yards, double-digit touchdowns on the ground.
That rookie year, that 5, 19, 16 touchdowns, that looks almost insane.
Right.
If he could get back to something of that balance, something of that caliber, the yards or the touchdowns, just taking the ball less out the air sometimes and more just trusting in his feet or the running back's feet that he's got lined up, I think, the offense would definitely nice.
Well, I say he need to rely on a run anyway, because Donovan Edwards turned into a superstar. He had a good rookie campaign, and he drafted a dog here in Phil Maffa. So he got 3 good running backs over here. 92 speed, 92 excel. We're talking about a guy that's 6'1", 225 from out of Clemson. He already got 89 break tackle, 87 trucking. This guy can run the ball in between the tackles. He can give you those tough downs. So can Donovan Edwards. Both of these guys can turn the corner as well. And Gray is a great third down back, bro. Great third down back. So you got 3 running backs over here. Let these guys be players for you. There's no reason to waste the 2 superstars, because when he unlocked, he's a superstar. So there's no need to waste that. I know you got receivers over there and all that, but man, look, cut the field in half. Again, cut the field in half. 1 read, check down, run. And that involves running the ball with your running backs right now. Make people have to stop not get extra downs on you by getting turnovers and shit. And we get to it like that. So now we look at the receiver cores over here. John Ross has been always in the conversation that could be elite receiver in this league, honestly. We know he's top 10 for sure. T. Higgins is just a roster filler. At times, you could probably throw the ball to him in the red zone to be able to get some high-quality catches out of him. He's not going to burn no corners really like that. He's a guy that's going to be a possession guy for you if you even plan him. But I wouldn't have to play him. I will work on G. Scott. He has that same potential. And he's a little faster, so I will work G. Scott in the mix. So I'm looking at this team, and I see John Ross still the man over here. Mechie can give any number 1 corner a nightmare just in coverage. I know I play him twice a season. This guy really can play. He has a good shell. He gets open. G. Scott, again, 6'3", 217, got a big body receiver with good strength. I mean, anytime you got an 87 strength receiver, he's going to throw some of these guys out the way on press. You drafted Mario Williams. This is a great slot receiver to have. I think as I'm talking, you're looking at Ross, Mechie, G. Scott, and Mario Williams right now. So that leaves a guy like Tion Pitts and Ezekiel Jones, or however you want to say his name, Ezekiel Jones. These guys are really left out the mix. I would literally try to trade these guys to somebody, because there's guys out there that can use slot receivers. Both of these guys are exactly that, slot receivers. So I would try to trade these guys. I wouldn't ask for the house and nothing like that. You're not getting much for them. I mean, next year picks, maybe later picks, but you work your offense through these guys: Ross, Mechie, G. Scott, and Mario Williams. Simple as that. His tight end always been a dog. Nick Eubanks, he's been a dog over here for sure. Braden Lee Brock is a 90 speed, 88 excel. So when you got a quarterback that's mobile, you can go to the 2 tight end set at any moment and get really good production out of these guys. They will draw mismatches. Now, with that being said, 90% of the league you plan is going to be in those defenses where they got safeties at sub linebacker. So how bad of the mismatch you really getting, don't know. But again, me, I'll do it all day long. I got 2 dog tight ends. Those guys going to be on the field, and I'm going to give you problems with them. So I think he can kind of do the same situation right here. Now, on the line, you got Terrence Ferguson, 96 strength, 85 overall, only on star, but he's a dog. 85, you got a good lineman. Matthew Bryant, 91. Mark Burrell probably not going to play for this team. Another guy that got 94 strength. He's in the 90s right now. At center, you got Jonah Williams over here, right? You didn't pick up nobody new. You still got 2 good centers. Maybe one of these guys is trade pieces for somebody. At right guard, Trey Smith. Again, 98, 99. Now, out of all them damn guard linemen he drafted in the first draft, you mean to tell me none of them, he didn't win nobody on Superstar? Let's see if he won here.
That was me, though. I didn't win no Superstars. I drafted 4 dogs. I had Quentin. That was it.
Nope. All these damn studs he got, none of them was the Superstars. I see what he's talking about right now. They still, but look, I'm not mad at that. These guys still gonna block the shit out of motherfuckers. You're just not gonna win in special moments when you got super. I would try to trade. Honestly, I would trade for a superstar lineman somehow, some way. You got to get yourself a superstar lineman in the building. And it was a couple of them in free agency during the off season. So Justin Foster, DN, 24 years old, 92 overall, 84 speed, 86 excel. He got 76 block share. You want to see that a little higher, but his power moves is 96. So I want to see if that's the strength. It got to be high for his power moves to be like, yep, 92 strength. So this guy is a legit nightmare. He can bull rush and get in that backfield. Over here with Sam Huber being 30 years old, and then Monkel Goodwine is somebody that's just building still, in my opinion. Carl Lawson is an animal over here. We know that. CJ Kellum he picked up. Let's see if you're gonna trade or normal. But you got a guy he can develop. You got time because Carl Lawson's getting up there in age, so you got a guy you can develop over here. And you got good D tackles. I don't know if he drafted him or he got him out of free agency or what, but I don't remember him being on his team. I do remember Jalen Humphreys being a 99 strength at this point, and then he got Peyton Page, superstar that he got out the draft. This guy plays right away. First of all, get him unlocked, put him on the field, and then get him unlocked and make him your number 1 D tackle. It's just that simple because he's superstar, and he got good size and speed at the end of the day. So I will rock that. Anytime you got a guy 6'5", 360 that got 80 speed, 81 acceleration, 86 agility, 84 change of direct, I mean that's a house moving on wheels. Simple as that. And then Jay Toia, or however you want to say his name, 74, 79, he got 98 strength. So he is loaded at D tackles. And to be honest, bro, if I'm him, this might sound funny, but if I'm him, I fuck around with Peyton Page being that fast, bro. He'll be playing DN for me, bro. I'll have him at DN. He's just as fast. Yeah, nah. You let Carl Lawson play right now, and you move this guy to DN. And if Carl Lawson is on superstar, which he is, I will move him to the D tackle and put him on inside stuff, and then move this guy in his place. And when he unlocked, now you got a DN that you could do things with. At 360, I know that size is big and you want him inside plugging up shit, but guess what, bro? He got DN speed on the edge right now, so I would do it because he's better. That guy right here is better than any of his DNs over here. I mean, Justin Foster is a 92, but I still like the other guy better. You can win with this guy. I would just, I would think about that if I was him. Anyway, outside linebackers, he do got good linebackers over here. Eugene Asante, 89 speed, 92 excel, 92 hit power. Pretty solid. Drafted Zach Thomas, 81 overall rookie. No, he ain't on trait, but got 86 speed, 89 excel. His middle linebacker, Malik Brown's been a dog since day one, and Hussein Brewer, his my player, is definitely a good linebacker. They got really good linebackers over here. I still would like to see them get rid of Logan Wilson. I don't know if they could do it with any of these guys. Nope. I would really try to go get me somebody to replace for right here. He's kind of in the way. Then at the DB situation, now you got Tim Stewart, who's a shutdown corner in this league. One of Deion kids, Isaiah Bolden, is here. He's pretty solid, superstar. You got Damani Jackson, you just picked up in the draft. He's on star, but this guy's a good cover guy right now. 84 man, 80's on, 83's press right now. So you get him developed, you got a dog over there. Got some good speed backups as well. But your top 3 are dogs now. So here we go. And then Jesse Bates been playing at a high level. Isaiah Pryor's here, who's also a good hitter. And then Jerron McPherson is one of the good strong safeties in the draft class 3 drafts ago. Bubba Bolden is over here from Miami. He got him in free agency. Don't know who let that guy go. Jesus, that's a win right now. Now you got guys you can put in them sub linebacker levels and do some good work right there. I like what he got going on his roster. I understand what he's saying by he draft good players, but he be missing out on superstars. That's just the luck of the draw, bro. You just don't got a keen eye on who's a superstar or not. And there's really nothing you can do to fix that. You just gotta, you gotta draft. You got certain things you gotta look at, but you gotta come to the Google for that information. I'm not giving that out. Telling you right now. Anyway, the Bengals, I like the roster. I do think they can compete in the AFC North. I do think they are built right now as a playoff team. He just got to get that offense under wraps and run an offense that's going to make him comfortable. Simple as that. And let's go take a look at the Bills. We talked about Josh Allen. I think he needs to go somewhere else. I think Mike needs to go ahead and get him another. Oh, Casey Thompson, where you get him from? On Superstar 2? Texas. I think it's time for Mike to move on from Josh Allen.
I think he should have did it years ago.
And if he moves on from Josh Allen, is this the guy he can play? Casey Thompson, I know who this is. This is a dog. Is this the guy that he played?
Dual thready? I think so.
This will help Mike's offense out having a guy that he can run around with. Well, Josh Allen is a dual threat, so.
Well, yeah, but I look at them. Well, let me see. Yeah, Josh Allen's still a dual threat. I would say that too, actually. Yeah.
I know
maybe
Josh.
New energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just a new energy. Yeah. Josh Allen can stay here and be fine, but just to give yourself some new energy, you will go there. Now the running backs, Gainwell always been. Gainwell showed that he could be a receiver out the backfield for sure. Now Chris Tyree, now he got 2 good fast running backs over here. It's just the fact of, are you going to use them or not? I think he might get in the habit of wanting to start the run, and as soon as it doesn't work a couple of times, he just goes to the passing game. When you really got 2 dogs in the backfield, run the fucking football with these guys. A guy can't pitch 60 points up on you if you're not turning the ball over. It's just that simple. If you're not turning the ball over and you're putting long drives together and you're taking your time and you punt the football, you keep momentum, you don't get 60 put up on you. And I think that's what he needs to start doing, and he got the backs to do it with. Over here in the receiving game, you got Elijah Moore, you got Sage Surratt. I'm not mad. He picked up the HBUC kid, Abdul Fatia Ibrahim from Alabama A&M. He's one of the best black college wide receivers that should be in the draft row next year. But NFL be on some bullshit. Jake Smith, 93 speed, 93 excel. He picked up his boy Miles Boykins. At this point, Miles Boykins, 28 years old, really too much of nothing you could do with him at all. But your offense can go through the 4 receivers I'm looking at: Moore, Surratt, and Ibrahim and Jake Smith. So we do know he got a dog tight end. This guy was one of the best tight ends in the draft last year. One of the best tight ends in the league last year, and Michael Mayers. And not only was he one of the best, he put work in with him. Like, this guy really balled out. Tight end with 78 catches, 1186, and he had 9 touchdowns. He's been playing good for the first 2 years. And we probably can count him at this point right now as a top 5 to 10 tight end in the league. So good shit, Mike. At left tackle, we got a superstar there. Backup is better than most people's starters right now. Left guard, got a cool Quinn Corral. I don't know if he's starting when you got a backup that's good over there. At center, you got 91 overall superstar. Line is pretty solid. Wesley Campbell, a rookie, 92 strength. He's on trait. He about to unlock. I don't know is he a superstar or not, but he's a dog. We know that. And Christopher Moorhead is a superstar. So this guy damn near got a superstar at every position on the line. 1, 2. I don't know if Campbell is. 2. 3. He got 3 superstars on that offensive line out of 5. At DN, Tyreek Sapp's over here. I don't think he lost anybody. Candoa's here. He's a dog. Zachary Carter's a good backup. And then you got the African. I would move him to left end at D tackle. You got Jalen Tyman from Pittsburgh. I always liked this guy. I think he's good. Aiden Hutchinson. That's why he moved from D end to D tackle. I thought he was on Superstar. He's not though. Star. He's a good player to have as well. And then you got another D tackle with 6'5", 255. This is DN, defensive end. I don't know why I got him at D tackle. 84 speed, 85 excel. You need to move him to D tackle. Walter Gant, good speed, outside linebacker from Georgia, good hit power, good size. Michael Parsons, and then he drafted 2 strong middle linebackers, 2 dogs, 87, 88. Somebody should be coming over here trying to get one of these guys from me. You don't really need them. And Cade Stover, 89 speed, 90 excel. So Mike, like I told y'all, Mike know how to draft. He know what he's looking for. And he's putting these guys in good situations so he don't fall off. So even if he can't afford these guys, his backups is good enough for him to stay. Now Tre'Davious White fell off because he lost his abilities. Simple as that. But he still got good speed, 93 speed, 95 excel. And at the end of the day, he has 99 man, 99 zone. So Elam is the new guy over here. Dante Manning came from Oregon. I like that pick. And Marcus Williams. So he still got good corners over here, good speed. I do think it hurts him that he lost the X factor on Tre'Davious White. But man, he's 30 years old. He didn't have a really good season. He has to drop. And I think he needs to replace that somehow, some way. At safety, what we doing over here? We know we got the boy Jordan Battle. He drafted 2 of the best safeties in the league during his time. Champ Horsey, his name Cliff, but Champ, that's my guy. He's a my player. I played with this kid, so he's a dog. And then you got Kyle Hamilton over here from Notre Dame on X Factor right now. So this defense is really loaded. I think this team is really good. They match up with anybody in their division for sure. It just comes down to coaching with the Bills. Simple as that. Can he finally find a way to put himself in a game situation where he can win 7 to 8 games a season? Because he has the roster. Simple as that. These Broncos right now, he gets my backup Harrison Belly. Don't even know how that happened. But anyway, he stole him from me. Jarrett Garantano. Yo, Jill, what do you feel about this quarterback?
You know, when he first got Garantano, I actually really, really liked Garantano. I really did. But after that one season, I think where he was going back and forth with Falky, I think, again, let me go look at his stats. I usually don't even go into quarterback stats like that. Cause I don't. I mean, look, it's that.
He had a great rookie year, which got him into the playoffs in a wild card game. He lost to me, and then he's just been in a funk since then.
Even his second year, I would say, yeah, because the third year is a sim season. I think that's when we sim the most. That 40 and 30, I think that's a sim season. This 34 and 38, I think that's the year where he started to like. It wasn't like he was losing the games because of like the play with Garantano. So I don't know what happened, but I did really like him when he first came out. I thought he was actually a really, really nice player.
Is it time for the Broncos to move on from Garantano?
I think he could get a lot for Garantano because he's 24, and I think you could get another quarterback kind of not just like this, but you can find one. Just like
my thing is this: yes. He's built to the T. This guy is
he's still 24. That's what I'm saying.
He has the attributes and the overall and all the right stuff to be able to play for anybody, really. But has his time ran out for him in Colorado? That's what in Denver. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it time to move on from this guy and give yourself a different look at quarterback?
I think so.
I agree. I think he does need to move on from Garantano. He's not the it factor. He's not the answer over there for this team. This team is not a built team. This is a good team over here. He's just not having good success at the quarterback. And it sucks shit because he committed to him. He did pay him. So he committed. So he got to ride it out now. And he picked up Aaron Jones out of free agency, but John Emery is the bell cow over here. He's a dog, flat out. But my thing is, you got this type of running back, bro. Like, using. What's going on with it? Like, I'm looking at stats right now.
I was about to say, what's Emery's stats look like?
He's actually using him. 213 carries, 237 carries. He's had double-digit touchdowns every year. He's on his way to that right now. So he's using him. He got good.
What's his carries? You said
213. He had 188 as a rookie, 213 as a sophomore, 237 in his third season, and right now he got 53 carries. But his average is at 5. His highest average was 5.7. Right now he had 5.6. So it ain't bad. He got. But this guy is one of the top tier running backs. There's no reason why he shouldn't be close to 2,000 yards every year.
Every year. That's why I said maybe he needs a better one too. so he can get the, you know what I'm saying, the rate he's looking for. Because I'm looking at the receivers and like, after losing Judy, definitely looking pretty slim over here. I ain't gonna lie. Rondell is the only one with ability. Not that that necessarily matters, but he's the only one with ability and development to the T. Like these other guys, these bottom 3 guys, they're still all works in progress.
But these guys been on this roster. The problem is you got to build them. Instead we still throw to the same guy all game long. You got to build these guys. Drake London, 6'5", 210 with 92 speed, 93 XL, 96 special catch. Build this guy. All right, what are we doing over here? Donovan Green, build this guy if you even going to use this kid. You drafted Moose Muhammad.
We'll see what this develops, I guess. He's normal, but still. Does he have anything? Let me see if he's even playing any snaps. Because this is not a bad. He's got 10 receptions, 225, and 3 touchdowns. Okay, so the rookie is playing.
And then if you do got rookie normals, they're going to get development traits fast because they're going to get the breakout messages. Noah Fant always been a dog for him. He's been playing really well with Noah Fant, so I like that over here. Let's look at the line. Devon White, 81 overall rookie. I don't know if he's on trade or not. Let's see.
I'll check.
Normal like a motherfucker. Left guard, 33 years old, 90 overall. At center, 31 years old. He getting up there in age, but he got some good linemen. 30. Yeah, his linemen averaging 30 years old across the board, and then he got Rock over here, 93 strength on my player at right tackle. So he getting up there in age, time to start putting something together on offense, because your offense is really the reason why you're the 4th team in that AFC West right now. There's nobody over there. And the one player you got is the running back, and you don't really do enough with him. He's a 1,000-yard guy, but playing 16 games every year is you got average 50 yards a game and get 1,000. Demian Robinson, 84 speed, 87 acceleration. Ethan Downs, a rookie, not mad at that pickup at all. So we Jack Sawyer is a man child over here, so he's winning at DN over here. Both of them, Devontae Wyatt and him. He got 2 superstars. That don't quite sure he playing both of them. Marvin Wilson at D tackles.
D tackle maybe.
Nah, not really. His 2 D tackles is dogs. He got Marvin Wilson from Florida State and Jawan Briggs from Cincinnati. They both animals, so he good there. Left outside linebacker Charles Snowden, 6'7". I was just talking about him in the other league. I don't understand why he not really using his my player though, bro.
Who's that? Aaron
Herrera, yeah.
89, 88, 95 tackling, block set. Oh, yeah.
And at this point, Bradley Chubb could be at DN for him.
He keeps with this Devon White guy on his roster, but
yeah.
He's been the same overall for forever, I swear.
Yep. She X Factor, but then you got Jeremiah Trotter up here. So your middle linebackers are serious, bro. See, look, here's the thing. He
can't even get his second ability slot because he's only at 82 overall.
But look at this, Charles Snowden. I would keep him at outside linebacker, even though he's 6'7". I would move Bradley Chubb to defensive end. Just to have him down there.
Oh yeah.
There. I'll have him down there, and I'll be playing Aaron Herrera as well. Let's look at the right outside linebacker, Javonte Jean Baptist.
He's faster than him, so yeah, I'll play him outside.
He'll be playing for me right now. At the cornerback level, Robert Roche from the first draft. He got Akeem Dent, Alex Perry. He got Jonathan Jones out of free agency.
Cornerback since this year. Really.
Man. You got players over here, but he needs some work, bro. He needs some work. He need to revamp this roster. He did a good safety draft. He picked up the #1 strong safety in the draft, superstar.
And then Lamont Wade is a stud of a stud.
Yeah.
And then this rookie, he's got Xavier New. I don't know how you say his last name, but State, yes sir, 6'3", 200 pounds, 92 speed. What's his jumping? 90 hit power, 95 jumping. He's a dog. Oh goodness. And he's got Andre Selden, 92 speed. He must have picked him out of free agency. I don't know. He probably just got him for that speed. That's another sub linebacker. So he's got some nice safety play. I can say that.
I mean, we would have to look at his depth chart to see what he's doing over there, but at this point, he has to move some things around and fix this team a little bit. He has some horses over here. Let's not get it twisted. He got some players over here, but I do think he need to move on from the quarterback position and go ahead, because Bob get a quarterback that he can play with. He gonna win ball games. That's just him and what he do over there. Now let's look at this Browns roster right now. Kill Glass, HBCU kid, best quarterback in the HBCU. Then he drafted Jake Garcia from Miami. I mean, you're in a healthy situation when you got these type of quarterbacks on your roster. Period. Another superstar in Jake, 88 speed, 90 excel. If he wanted to be a dual threat team, he got that dual threat presence. But he could do the same thing with Kill Glass, bro. Now 84 speed, not slow. At quarterback, especially when nobody's expecting you to run him, he can take off and do some things. Nick Chubb, Bowman, and Emmanuel Henderson. And if I'm remembering correctly, Emmanuel Henderson is a superstar.
Are you checking it or you want me to? I got you.
Nah, when I pause like that, I'm thinking you on point. Let me see what this say we played.
I was following up. I'm over here reading my phone for it. Let me see real quick. I'm on Henderson is a superstar. You are correct.
So Nick Chubb at 29 years old, you still got about 3 seasons with Nick Chubb, and he's a mentor at this point as well. But you got 2 guys that got good speed, and you can do some things with him. Remember, he lost Puka Williams, who was his third down back, that he did a lot of things in the passing game with, and and as a third down back, he used him correctly. DeMarcus Bowman is an upgrade from Puka at the end of the day, but he's also a third down back, but he can run in between the tackles as well. He can do some things for you. So his run game is serious over here. So what happens with the Browns is they don't fall off nowhere. They got good quarterback play, great running back play, and then you get over to the receivers, and it comes down to this. Is Peyote your new Odell Beckham? Is Tamron Terry Scary Terry, or just Tamron Terry? And what are you going to do with Troy Franklin's? Because your top 3 receivers are better than 90% of the league shit. Like, you up there with the top echelon guys that got these type of receivers, 3 or 4 of them that look like this. You got it right now. So what do you do with it? Your top 3 receivers is dogs. Now Franklin's is coming off his rookie season. Terry should be a dog. He's been there since day one. We know he got special catchability. We seen it on a highlight that I still haven't put out yet. The Hey Rookie episode 1. Shogun saw that today. You like the preview you got to see, Shoguns?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's funny. I can't wait until it's finished.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, man, Hitter gonna tear that up tonight, get that thing out, man. Then we got the Journey episode. I can't wait to see that one too. But yeah, Scary Terry, bro. If you, let's look at his career, man. Let's take a look at his career. At this point, he's still on star. That means you ain't putting the effort in with this guy. This guy should have been your #1 receiver from day one. Odell or not, but you play with Odell. It is what it is. This guy would have been. There's no reason why he's not already an X factor at this point. 5 seasons with him, and he just been doing spot duty. His best season so far probably was 2023, 43 catches, 730 yards, 7 touchdowns. Every time I talk about this guy and his team, I always bring this up. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't understand why you're not making this guy a dog. And then he only 24. You got plenty of time to still make him a dog. And then you get Troy Franklin's, man. This is one of my favorite receivers right here that he got right now. I would do anything for this kid. I want him bad. Troy Franklin. So now you got to make him your Odell because he's that good. Really that good. Like, you look at what he's dealing with, man. 97 speed, 98 excel. Everything's high on this guy. Jumping out the building. He's a dog. So we should see, man. And then look, you go get Jaden Ballard, a rookie, 6'3", 185 from Ohio State. You got another dog, 96 special catch. So you got 4 good receivers you can use and a bunch of guys you could trade to anybody or get them off your roster. But these top receivers, 1, 2, 3. I'm skipping over Kevin Austin. I'm going right to Ballard right now. I think you got 4 guys that can work. And then how do you stop a guy that picked up a guy named Elijah Arroyo with David Njoku still here right now? So if you really look at all 3 of his tight ends, all of them are a threat. He could come out in heavy run formations with 3 tight ends and still pass the ball, and got good enough speed and good enough tight ends that can really do some things to especially if you come out in the run defense. He can work you. And with those receivers over there, if you get them going, man, it should be hard to really play these guys. This Cleveland offense is fucking loaded, bro. Like, loaded at the skill position. And then we're looking at Armand Youngblood in his 2nd year, 86 overall. He drafted a rookie. I don't know if he's gonna trade or not. Normal. At left guard, Tyrese Barnes he's been there since day one, since 2021. He's a 97 overall right now. Hold on, let me not ignore Frank Good, another rookie. All right, good strength, 93 strength, good backups. At center, Wyatt Davis, 99 overall. Connor Huntington, backup. Right guard, Kate Carson Green, 96 strength. And Xavier Truss sitting here. So right tackle, here we go, Warren McClendon, 93. He got one of the best lines in the league as well. then you already know what Tyreek Smith is about. He's definitely a solid. When you got Myles Garrett on the other side, you have no choice but to have a dog, a teammate of his in that same position. Myles Garrett here got good backups to better hold him down if something was to happen. And that D tackle Leonard Teller was one of the best pickups he had in the draft, last draft. 21 years old, 90 overall, superstar. He's a dog. Got two good guys on there with good strength as well. Jamar Watson, good speed to chase all those dual threat quarterbacks in his division. Middle linebacker, he might got one of the best linebackers in the game, Chaz Surratt. I do know this guy, he's a hitter. He's a hitter. When you think of hitters, you think of Dylan Moses, Chaz Surratt, and motherfucking the kid over there in Baltimore, Justin Flo. And then Bishop Gorman, bro, right behind him. This guy's a thumper too, 94 hit power. So it's two middle linebackers. They knock heads right away, bro. Like, so again, I'm looking at bunch of look. There's somebody sent fucking invite, bro. This nigga linebacker core is fucking disgusting, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, that
Nolan Smith, bro, 94 tackling, 91 hit power. Oh my god.
The first playoff game, they injured Jefferson, and JT kept getting on yellow and red, and I could not run the ball. I had to pass. Like, my fullback was the only other running back I had because he injured Jefferson. Like, it was so bad. It was very bad.
I mean, at the end of the day, he knows how to draft, bro. He puts a good team together. He's been doing that since day one. We gave him an A+ last time when we first did the grades and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you one thing I'm gonna say about Drew. Drew understands the roster, how to put his team together, bro. And it's really good watching him do what he do right now. His team, it can compete with anybody else's team in the league. Simple as that. Denzel Ward, if not the best corner in the league, he's in the top 3. Marco Wilson had a hell of a season last year. When you can't throw at Denzel Ward, you got to throw at somebody. And Marco Wilson said, try me if you want to. Now, as my player, he got the superstar upgrade on him so he could do some things with him. But, you know, Scooby Carter is definitely the number 3 guy over here outside of that. Now, at safety play, they let him trade for Justin Reed, so he gets better there. Terrell Edmonds was already playing at a high level for him, but you get the X factor and Justin Reed, so you got back end problems right now. And he made Grant Delpit a baller in our league. So I'm not mad at this defense. His offense and defense is legit, and they should be able to win games all the time. This is a playoff roster for sure. Simple as that. Falky, what's up, kid?
I don't think he unmuted his mic yet.
I thought I just heard Lil Will. Let's look at the Bucks over here. See what the Bucks got going on. All right, so Corey got one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Simple as that. Nice, solid backup. I really want to see what he's going to do with this run game right now. Rondell Jones is 28, but Noah Kane is, man, come on, bro. Use these running backs. He got Don Chaney Jr. with that 95 speed, 96 accel right now. You got running backs you can use over here with that powerful passing game, because that's all he do, throw the ball. Marquez Stevens becomes the number 1 receiver over here. Finally got rid of the old heads. Jaquavion Frazier, number 2. Racy McMath got him out of free agency. You still got Jalen McMillan. You got some guys you can play with. Evan Stewart, the rookie, fastest receiver in the draft, 96 speed, 98 excel. So you got some guys over. Xavier Worthy, 6'1", 92 speed. I think he just going right now. Marquez Stevens is the sole. Go ahead, I'm listening.
You've seen, look at his receivers. His oldest one being 4 because he got rid of the old heads. What's your philosophy on guys that cloud their receiver area like this and then dish them out, you know, throughout maybe a year or two, versus maybe like where you drafted most of your receivers early, maybe you and Falk and a couple other guys drafted your receivers in the first 2 years for the most part, and then maybe picked 1 or 2 choices down the road. You feel me? Like,
all right, so me, I want 3 dog receivers. So I'm gonna build me 3. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna have me 3 dog receivers. All 3 of them, you either gonna be a Falky or you gonna be a me. At times, I can make all 3 of them dogs, but I don't use all. What you want is you want that security to know your 3rd receiver can make plays. I am not spending draft picks on receivers after I get those 3 receivers. Simple as that. Other than that, I might draft a 4th and a 5th, but those guys are gonna get traded, and I use them for trade bait and shit like that. I am not spending draft picks on the same position over and over and over and over and over again. But in his defense,
it works for some people, yeah. Like I said,
in his defense, he lost Godwin, he lost Mike Evans. So in his defense, he used those guys at a high level. So in his defense, he has to replace them. So you get the 6'4" kid from you, right? You go get another 6'3" kid. That's your Mike Evans look right there. All right, Jalen McMillan sitting here. And then you go get the speed burner Evan Stewart. So you got the guy that can stretch the field as well. His problem is now is this. His quarterback is young enough, but now you got a bunch of receivers outside of Marquette Stevenson. He has nobody he's comfortable with. He has to get comfortable with these guys. So you're going to spend, but look, he's undefeated. So does it hurt him?
Right now, no.
Not right now, but when he get to a top tier team, then he's in the situation. So, but what he likes to do is, this is why he's so comfortable at doing this though. And his defense again, 1,000 receivers don't matter because he's always going to be steady at the tight end position. O.J. Howard is 30 years old. He already drafted his replacement this draft, Drake Brenningstool, right away. So now you got your tight end that you're going OP. He probably used the tight end more than anybody else. As outside of him, Mike and T, they use the tight ends more than anybody else. And then the Chiefs tight end is a fucking man child. But he uses the tight end a hell of a lot, so it puts him in a situation where he's still fine. I just need to find who's just like, for a guy like him, if you're not going to spread the field out and spread everybody out, 4 or 5 receivers, this ain't really, to me, you got all these guys over here to find out who you can rely on. Simple as that. And then I think once he relies on them, but Corey don't spend time trading. He don't really care. He ain't doing all that. He picks up what he wants. That's that. So you allow him to be who he is. At the end of the day, he's still always a playoff team. He's still a top guy in the league. So his way of playing, again, his system, his way. This guy throws the ball at a high level. Simple as that. So when you throw the ball at a high level, you got that Steve Spurrier attitude. You go get receivers. It's just that simple. I want a lot of them, and that's what he does. Now on the line, he lost some work over here, but he still got Walter Little at 93 overall. Marpet's still here. He up there at 32 years old. He got another superstar as a backup left guard that he probably starting. At center, sitting here 81 and 80. Got Terry Bennett, rookie, on Woodnut. Right guard, Chase Hines, 88 overall. And right tackle, Damian Lewis, and then Pierce Quick is on superstar. So his line is still intact. The overalls need to get a little better, especially for these guys that have been in the league for 3 or 4 seasons. And then you look at Jordan Burch, one of the top DNs that come out of his draft class. Good speed rusher, great guy over there. And then you got Basham, who's all world. This guy's one of the best DNs in the league. Stephon Wynn is on superstar. You got a backup that's pretty solid, and this guy got good strength. He could play D tackle if you needed him to be. Damon Burke, 21 years old, on normal. Another one of those speed rush guys that'll just be a builder. Vita Vea is 30, so you're getting up there in age. And you do got a good D tackle to back him up, but you need some help there. Again, you go back to these DNs and you look at Stephen Wynn. He can move him to D tackle at any moment. Even Carlos Basham could play DN for this team, because if you look over here, Burch can be that guy at DN for you. You can leave one of these two over at DN and move the other one to D tackle when it's time to. At outside linebacker, he got the African, 84 overall. I mean, he's 4th in his 5th year, and he's only 84 overall. So we need some. What are we doing right now with the build over here? Shane Leak, solid, 90 overall. Tony Fields, 90 overall. Look like he picked him up in free agency. Derek Barnes, another guy he picked up in free agency. So at the middle linebacker position, these guys can play outside linebacker for him too if he feel like he's weak there. Jacoby McClain, pretty solid, 85 overall, 90 speed, 93 acceleration. So he's pretty straight right there. Carlton Davis still playing with normal corners right now. That's in the league. That's been in the league for real life, right? 28 years old. Jamil Dean, 28 years old. Sean Murphy, 28 years old. So these guys playing at a high level for him, so he's getting away with it. But you don't see no corners over here that when I look at this team and I look at my receivers, I'm not worried about none of these corners. But for somehow, some way, don't pay attention to it. And Carlton Davis has been successfully playing at a high level for him for a long time right now. Just check it out. 21, 7 picks, 22, 12. 23, he didn't play too much this season 5 or this season 3. So he got a corner that can play man. I'm not gonna call him a shutdown, but he got a corner that can do some things for him back there. I would like to see him get younger and better, like draft a stud corner. How about instead of grabbing 3 straight receivers in the draft, you drafted you a superstar or a star corner that was a dog? You know what I mean? To rather replace these 28-year-olds that's getting up there in age. Winfield's still here. Blankenship plays the sub linebacker, just like Derwin James. So he likes those linebackers that he can come down to play with at middle linebacker at the end of the day, and he has that with Blankenship. So And then look, Connor Cannon, 6'2", 211, 92 speed, 93 acceleration. So this kid's a dog. Normal, but he got good speed.
Connor. Derwin's been recently seen in the deep third now back again.
Darwin James is all world, but they getting up there in age. So what do? He probably got one of the oldest rosters in the league because he liked to play with regular Madden players. That's just his choice. That's the Bucks for you though. Corey. Now Boone got Collimar, got golf. He ain't never played. Hawkins, Martin, and he drafted 7 McGee, who was never gonna see the field at all for him. At wide receivers now, we finally seen Boone shorten up his wide receiver because he's another one that had 13 receivers over there. Jordan Whittington is his dog. Newkirk is starting to play at a good level. Andy Isabella holding on over here. Shorter is a possession guy, and DJ Matthews. He got all speed guys to go along with Kyler Murray. At tight end, he won here. Thomas Fedone was the #1 tight end in the draft. Still got Noah Gray here and Spencer Webb. All three of these guys are speed tight ends that can stretch the field. Left tackle, Leatherwood, superstar. Left guard, Bray Walker, superstar. Center, you got Mitch Morris, or you're going to play with Mike Douglas. Let's see what he is on trade 2. That's a superstar too, so that's 3 superstars. And Dylan Fairchild, or he's the superstar. No, he's the superstar. The other guy, not a superstar. Look at that center. Tell me if he's a superstar. Dylan Randuns is a big-time player, 96 overall. So Kyler Murray got a really good offensive line in front of him right now. Really good offensive lineman in front of him. Left end, Riley Mills. Good speed rusher, 90 finesse move, so he's going to get around you. Jafari Harvey from Miami, another speed rusher that you could develop. At right end, he got the African back, and he picked up the #1 player in the draft, this draft, Shamar Stewart. At the end, 88 speed, 92 acceleration. So that's a win. Jeff Jenkins, just a backup role. So he got 2 good DNs on the same side. He could play both on the other side. The problem with him is these 2 guys, maybe this guy goes to D tackle. I don't know. Because his outside linebacker plays, put his hands in the dirt more than he doesn't. So you can see. So Michael Pierce getting up there in age. Marcus Bradley, rookie. Let's see what he drafted him on. I don't know if he won here. Tell me if he's a star or superstar at D tackle, 93 strength. Left outside linebacker Jamal Efert, dog. Middle linebacker Isaiah Sands, and then Xavier Sawyer won Defensive Player of the Year for a rookie last year for Boone's team, so he's a dog. Right outside linebacker Des Boone, but Des Boone plays better with his hand in the dirt than he does at outside linebacker. So, and then the secondary is back still. Brian Murphy's here, 27 years old. Sean Wade, Clarence Lewis, Chase Williams, so underrated Chase Williams. And that safety, Jalen Thompson's been here since day 1, and so has Buda Baker. But this Antonio Johnson at 6'3" is a player, 91 speed, 93 excel. He's a player because he hitting 92 hit power, so he could do some things with him. Ain't this the guy that flipped one of your players that he was talking about in y'all game? He motherfucking backflipped one of your niggas. I don't know the boy Antonio Johnson.
Antonio Johnson, I think. Let me see. Yeah, he it was my receiver. He looked like he broke his ribs, but just the animation, like.
Yo, man, breaking ribs. Said looked like he broke his ribs. It was just the animation, though. Oh my god.
He broke a tackle from a post, and then Johnson turned around and speared him. And it really looked like a spear, and then he fumbled, coughed up the football and whatnot. Yeah, man, 92 hit power. It's a shame.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's good.
But that hit power serious, man, on these guys, especially if you just playing them at sub safeties and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Do some things with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 crack commandment. What? All right. How we talk about standings. Here we go. Let's talk about the AFC standings right now. We have one undefeated team in the AFC, and that is, surprise, surprise, Oakland. Nope, I mean Las Vegas. 19, 4. Hold on, give me a second. 5. Is that Lil Will?
Fucking pick up his headset yet, I guess.
Honey, pick these up for yourself for right now. Just for right now, yeah. That's not all, but that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yo,
Falky.
what's up, bro?
Nothing calling, man. Tell Lil Will I said what's up, young Cannon.
Yo, Mr. Ant said, what's up, my boy?
He got Uncle Ant, man. He got one more year before we start getting some field work done, dog. What, he 3
Uncle
yet?
Ant
Is
said,
he
what's
3
up?
yet?
Yeah, he's 3.
He 3? Yeah. Yep, 4. I don't say we put him on the field at 4. I say we start working with him a little bit at 4. Wait till like 5 to get him on the field. Yeah.
Let me whoop this nigga out.
Oh shit, got a game in play. So we talking about the AFC, man. We're gonna talk about standings right now, man. I'm gonna ask you this because you be beefing with these guys a whole lot, Jill. Is T the best player in our league with 4 Super Bowls?
It's hard to say no without sounding like a mad ass. So like, I'll say
Nah,
he's the
but
best
speak your
player on
truth
this
because
field.
if I ask Shoguns that same question, he gonna say no, guaranteed.
He's not the best. He's not the best player, but more so like the best. Like yeah, it's still a video game, so I give him the best gamer because to win in the game is to get Super Bowls. But I don't give him the best like player. Like it's hard to break it down. It's hard to break it down because it is a video game. People gonna be like, but he wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but if you don't want to be looked at as a hater, you need to break it down. Like I put you in a tough situation,
like,
break it the fuck down.
like,
why do you not see him as the best?
This Madden.
Of this Madden.
There
yes,
you go. So talk about it, hit it.
Of this
So talk.
Madden. Yeah, of this Madden. Because like I've only been around for this disc, and I got in Game of Thrones late, so I didn't even get to see the whole Game of Thrones where other guys was winning Super Bowl. So mine is my view is kind of prejudiced for that sense. Ever since I got in, T been winning. But it's like I don't view him the best because when I go against him, I know exactly what's happening. Like,
nah, Hitter, you ain't gonna come over here and be a dickhead and then say what you say and then turn that music all up loud like that. You don't get the fuck out of here.
He was good last Madden.
He was good last.
This Madden.
Was he good last disc or Game of Thrones?
Yeah. No, last disc. He was good last disc. He's great this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And the reason why I think people get caught up, like you got, first of all, our mouthpieces are everything. So when we talking and running our mouths, guys pay attention and they listen. So when we, sometimes, and let's just be real, sometimes we hate like a motherfucker, sometimes we don't. We human beings.
Russ said, so basically he's not a football Madden player, he's a better gamer is what you said. Kinda, yeah. Like he's a better gamer. This is still a video game. But like football tendencies, they're trash as hell. Like
he's a real life football player.
Are they though? Because is he though? Because he does, like when you let him talk to you. If you talk to T and ask him to break down what he see on the field, he's talking football, bro.
But 3-man rush getting block shit every time is blessed gamer. That's gamer. Like 3 versus 5. That's gamer.
That's game.
Like, come on now.
That's game.
Matt,
And the animation game is ability. That's game.
Come on. Yeah,
the wiggling is AI. That's game.
Like stop and go, we would have broken ankles and knees. All of us do. Well, I do stop and goes here and there, but like.
But him getting out the backfield, being able to wiggle as part of being a football player.
It's him seeing a football. If he explained to you, how he run, you see him seeing it as a lineman, bro. He's an offensive lineman. He's playing at a high level.
I talked to him on the headset. Yeah, he's told me how
and football in real life. Now, hear me out though. He's an offensive player. He's an offensive lineman in real life. So he sees the game like Falk is an offensive lineman who really see the game through a quarterback's lens. T is the offensive lineman who sees the game through a running back's lens. But them being offensive linemen helped them so much and understand. Like, I'm going to tell you like this. We be bitching. How the fuck do he get everybody blocked like that and we turn the corner? If you ask him to tell you how he doing it and he explains it, it almost make you go back to saying something like that. Because usually I'm like, man, this fucking guy and his wiggling AI shit. Then he explains it and it's like, yo, he's doing that. That's him doing that shit. He see it. He see what he looking for. Now, I will say the difference between Madden 20 and this game is the juke button is not relevant anymore, like in this game at all. If they took it away from us, right? And they dumbed down the AI because I'm telling you right now, I don't got to wiggle, but if I take my guy left to right real fast, you're gonna go the wrong way. Simple as that. If you got enough space between them, right?
And sometimes they'll run past you.
Yeah, they'll change their angle of tackling up. Well, but see, here's the thing. It still makes you great at it because everybody has the ability to do it, but none of us won't. You got the guys like me, a Falk. I do it to be smart now and doing it because I'm getting tired of it done to me, right? But for the most part, Falk's an asshole. He ain't trying to do it at all. He'll do it in the open field to when he get a long run to separate from you type shit, so you can't catch up to him. But at the end of the day, we took a person and said he asked without a running back, and then all of a sudden he's throwing for 700 yards on niggas.
700 yards.
So I'm saying, so what are we talking about right now? Now listen, I know football. I know what he's doing. It's a scheme. It's a scheme, and him understanding his abilities. Am I wrong, Falk?
Right on.
No, because I was calling the abilities here during the thing. It was done something like you said.
We get penalized. We get penalized for playing football on this game. This game is for a 9-year-old to pick this bitch up and score 2 touchdowns and then tell his mom to buy the game. I promise you, that's what the game is made for. Period.
And me and Shokums was talking about that earlier.
It's built for a 9-year-old to pick this motherfucking joystick up, throw a touchdown on his first time touching the ball, and then I want this game, mommy. That's what they building it for. They're not building it for real life gamers, like real life football players like us right now. Like these. That's why connected franchise mode is lost, because we not off that type time. We want real football. We want simulated Madden to look like the NFL. Simple as that.
That's why they gave you the mode, because they want you to feel like it, but it's still about the algorithms, and that's what me and Shogun was getting down to.
But we watched T go. We watched T. Look, even recently as now. I got into a little argument with him in the chat because it's like, damn, you just gonna put that in chat? He said he wasn't asking me for help. Like, don't clear my cap, don't fix that. I just need your advice. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I understand that. But that's part of the process of playing connected franchise mode. So let me tell you, in 20, he was good. In the division he was playing in, he was fighting for that division every year. T-Prime was he didn't understand how to build a team. He didn't know how to play connected franchise mode at all.
Back at the end of 20. He wasn't there the whole time.
He left, and then I gave him a God-blessed team, and that team took him right to a Super Bowl right away.
Huh? He started to see.
He was with us in the beginning?
Yeah, he was winning in the beginning. It was him, Boone. Remember, it was him, Boone, Crack, and Knox.
Bro and Baby Bro was in there.
Lil bro had to tell. Remember, they both quit when I blew them out in the playoffs, and they said my team was OP, and they quit. 20, man, 20. I had the Jaguars. Both of them quit when they said I blew both of them out in the playoffs. Remember, me and T used to have to go down to the wire in the playoffs, and then I ain't really play young bro, but then I blew both of them out back to back. They both quit, said my team was too OP and all this and that. So I snapped on D West, tell them little niggas I ain't off that type time. I ain't gotta do all that, and I could show them what they don't know right now, because you taking all their draft picks, they don't realize it. Well, T came back. Remember, little bro was on punishment. We tried to get him back, but he was acting up in school and not listening to his mom. So we brought T back and gave him that Eagles team that was already built. Remember, Hoodie tried to play with that team and couldn't play with him, and we put him in that division with an already built team, and it woke him up right then and there. He went right to a Super Bowl. He went right to a Super Bowl right then and there. So let's not take away that the kid is good at playing the game and he knows football too at the end of the day. So yes, is he the best Madden 21 player we got right now? You fucking right, he is. But I still would pit myself, Falk. I even pit Ruff up with him right now that can play with him at any moment. Yeah, he's the best player in the league right now.
Right now, yeah.
5-0 right now. He's been undefeated. He finished the undefeated year last year. He made the Miami Dolphin guys hang up their champagne popping. I blew you the fuck out and you quit, right? I ain't cheating. Look at this team. Knock it off, bro. I don't tell no lies, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He said he
don't do that. Nah, Lil T saying that. Don't do that. Keep it 100, bro. I'll get your uncle on the phone right now. I don't forget arguments, because those type of things piss me off. Like, nigga, stop trading y'all picks. I brought T back and said, don't trade your fucking team. The drafted players are better than the Madden players, and you trading for old ass niggas like D-Hop and all that, and giving up 2 first-round picks for him and shit, and you can't keep up. But he was still winning then when he had the Bengals, and his little brother was winning with the Jets and didn't know how to put a team together. So you bring them back into right now, you got to give these little niggas credit, bro. They dominate, and they doing it because they gamers too. They know how to play football, and they gamers, and they just play the game. They understand that shit. We always arguing about, man, we don't be playing that online shit, but this is where they're enhancing their game at. Come on, bro. The wiggle.
I would say this, and I will give T the amount of credit. It's like if you say he can't do something, he gonna prove to you.
He gonna prove to you he can't. Yep, he's done it. He's done that shit every single time, bro.
It's respectable the way he.
If you say he got 5 plays, he gonna show you he got 10 plays. If you say he got 10 plays, he gonna show you he got 20. If you say he can't throw the ball, he gonna do what he's doing now. So. I give him credit because everything I say he can't do, he's done it and done it well. So, you know, I don't want to take no credit for it, but I will. You know,
I think he gets a pleasure. No, like, well, I ain't gonna say pleasure. I think he.
Nah, he one of those. He like he like me, bro. Like, you only can do this and that when you got certain this, and then you try to prove it and shit. I've lost games trying to prove shit. So at the end of the day, but I got him as the #1 rated player in the league right now. And I got Falky at #2 still in the league right now. And it took me a long time for me to take Falky from 1. And that's just me.
I'm not even going to hold. It's not even close like 1 and 2.
No, it's not.
He got a little distance. But what I will say is, and I've been saying it, and I've told him, like, I say shit to piss people off and be the bad guy, be an asshole. He got to show me he could dominate like this next year. If he do it like this, I would say, that nigga better than me, dog.
I think he gets. I was about to say, I think that's when he gets to know the.
He got to show me he could do it when the game different. You know, what I mean? We've shown we can.
Yeah, we've shown game over game we could do that shit from 7. Like I started playing at 17.
And I'm talking about like not just winning. Like right now, he's dominating.
Yeah, he's on a 22-game win streak, including playoffs.
He averages 50 points a game. Just think about that.
Averaging 50 a game.
Averages 50 points.
And that's in our league, bro. Imagine him and anybody else's shit. They wouldn't even. He wouldn't make it past 3 games.
He's getting banned.
They gonna kick him right out.
He's getting banned.
So if he could do this next year, where niggas just like, cause right now y'all said that shit in chat, like y'all put a bounty out on him. And I did it selfishly. It's like I really meant it. I would give somebody my first round pick if y'all could beat the motherfucker.
And then it's crazy because even this dish you still see his hard headedness, right? And then he gets put in that situation where he got no money over there, can't move. Falk tells him nobody helped him. They just told him what to do. Same shit I would have.
You called this cap issue. You talking about
same shit I would have said, dude. Do this. I'm not helping you do shit. You do this though. He did it, and what he gonna do? He gonna spend the next 8 weeks, and this is the problem. Guys don't realize it, but you let him build those players, you back in the same situation again. Because right now he's vulnerable. Right now, I'm gonna be 100 with you. He's vulnerable right now. A nigga like me, a nigga like Ruff, a nigga like Falk can get him right now. But when he playing those off games, niggas can't let him go dummies with those new players because they're going to be built by playoff time, and then you ain't doing nothing to him. You go have him right with the same abilities as a wrap. He putting 70 up on any one of us at any moment. It's just simple. It's just that way it is. But hey, man, he put himself in that situation. I respect it, and I'm gonna always talk shit because here's what I'm always hang on. To get my respect of being great, you gotta do it over disc, bro. I gotta see it this after this after this, and I start respecting it. I respect what you're doing right now, but you ain't a great yet to me. You just dominant right now. All right, so in the AFC, the next team is Ravens, 4-1. Broncos is at 4-1. Are you surprised, Falk, that the Broncos are sitting at 4-1 right now?
No, I ain't surprised. Got a full play schedule. What the fuck you supposed to do?
Chiefs sitting at 3-1. Chargers at 3-1. Browns at 3-1.
Full play schedule. What the fuck you supposed to do?
They got a 4th place schedule. What the fuck is he supposed to do right now? And the NFC, this is crazy. We got 3 teams over here undefeated. Bucks, Cowboys, Bears, undefeated. How about Ruff coming back, Falk, doing what he doing right now?
It's impressive to be away from the league this long and come back like he never left with a team that he ain't built that team.
Nah, he ain't had to build that team. He need to say thank you, Ant, right now. Though I know that.
Nah, what I'm saying is they ain't the player. Like he didn't put it. The team was already built. And
right.
He got some help or whatever the case is, but they not his. Like he didn't pick them. He didn't assemble most of them. So for him to come back and you know, and I mean, let me ask you this question, and I'm not, there's no disrespect to the NFC or even his division, but for somebody to come back that's been off 2-3 months and dominating like that, is that a knock against the NFC? Is my question to you.
Now, I'm going to just say this. I just think people slept on how good that Bears team really is over there, and we put a user over there. It's just that simple. We had C-Hound over there. He just couldn't keep up with the league. That team is fucking built out this world. Ruff came over here and got a handoff from me the same way T came back into 20 and got a handoff with that Eagles team. He is in a situation. Because, look, it doesn't even matter if they're not his players. Once you get a chance to change your abilities, they're your players.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he got a flat-out handoff from me, and at the end of the day, I only see one person over there that can stop him at this point right now. If he come up against Hitter got to play a good game on offense. His defense can play with anybody. So you're not just going to do whatever you want to that team. But Hitter can put yourself in a situation with bad play on offense. Lil T is the only motherfucker over there I think right now, and Boone. I'm not going to leave Boone out of it. I think Boone the only other person that can really get him right now, and Nano too. If Nano get him when that running back is unlocked, it's over with. You ain't beating Nano. I don't give a fuck who you is. You're not beating that motherfucker with a 98 speed running back and the way he just sit there and robotically play defense. You're not doing nothing to that team over there. You ain't gonna get no turnovers. So good luck with that. But they the only three guys I think that's gonna be in his way right now. I don't really see nobody else that can beat him over there. Because the rest of those guys, in my opinion, they don't really have their own shit. They run everybody else's shit. They ain't running their own system. The niggas that ran their systems, run their systems, I respect them, and I think they can play in the game. But when you running, you ain't running your shit, you ain't in a good situation. Because if you ain't running your shit, your own shit, that means you don't know your team. That's simple to me. And if you can't put your own scheme and shit together, then you don't know who you got on your football team. You just trying to figure it out still. And you can tell the difference between those guys right now and those guys not. The NFC to me is always still wide open with anybody. I do think they got a diversity of players over there that could do some things, but a lot of those guys be in their own way though. If you get what I'm trying to say with that fuck, a lot of the guys over there be in their own way. So you kind of got to be locked in. If you ain't locked in, it is what it is. When it comes down to it, do I think he can go undefeated? I do think he can go undefeated, but he got the team to do it. I'm not impressed with the fact that, oh my God, he's back and he's 5-0 after missing 3 months. I'm not impressed with that because I gave him a handoff, because he wouldn't have that same record if he had them Texans. Look at that Texans team compared to the Bears team, and I did that strategically and didn't give it to him because I wanted him to have. Go ahead, here's you at your best. This is how we like competition. So at the end of the day, he would have came over there and probably still drafted those same linemen, but you ain't getting the same quarterback play or receiver play out of that team, even DBs, none of that shit. So he'd have been in a situation where he ain't winning and he wouldn't have been happy about it, huh?
A1 pointed out that the Bears have a 4th place schedule as well, too.
Of course they got 4th, but they played. He beat me. He beat me.
He did beat you.
He beat me. So
he beat you.
Truth come to light. 4th place.
By 3, but still a win's a win. Yeah.
He beat me. He came back and won the game. He won that game. Started tearing my ass up with them route technicians.
Look at fuck funny, isn't it?
Oh, really?
I'm gonna keep it 100. And I could be a dick rider. Y'all could just be saying I'm talking. I still hang my hat on Nano team right now.
Yo, you know what? This is what I'm gonna say, man. I'm gonna say this about Nano. He gotta learn to maintain the lead, man. He gets to these games and he'll get up big, and next thing you know, he lose.
Yep.
Like, there's no way he up 28-7 and lose. I don't care what kind of passer.
Because Nano problem, tell me if I'm wrong. Nano problem is that robotic play. You don't like you just consistently doing the same old shit, and the moment it gets stopped, you fucked. It's that simple, bro. Like, you don't be up 21, 28 points and then lose these ball games if you understand how to play football. So, like, you got to get in those situations. If I'm up 28 on you, 21 on you, because I just did it. I was up 21-7 and lost the rough. And I told you exactly why I lost. If I'd have just kept playing football, running the ball, and instead I decided I want to start throwing the ball all crazy and shit, and I'm throwing one-on-one coverage, and he holding triangle and picking them shits off, he's back in the game now. Simple as that. If I ran the ball, you don't get back in that ball game. If I ran the ball, took my time, even if I don't score or drive, I punt the ball, you ain't getting momentum back, and you ain't doing better do all the shit you was doing to come back in that game. Simple as that. Nano got to understand that part of it. He got to understand that part of being up 21-0. You can't come out and still be trying to run stretch and power all game long, because the moment niggas put you on 3rd down, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, now you're in a situation they done until now you did what makes you good. You don't get turnovers against Nano. That's why nobody gets the momentum on him. That's why he's always in the ball game. But the moment you make him pass, you get those turnovers, momentum start to change, and things start to happen. And for you to sit there and let a nigga do the same shit to you all game long and still win on you and come back on you, that just tells me you're not making no adjustments. You're not doing all the necessary things within a football mind to be able to continue that lead. Does that make sense, Falk? Or
yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Because the nigga can't throw to the running back and wiggle. Like the Seahawks literally throwing quick pass to the running back and then wiggling like he T up and down the field now. Like, and then he coming back off that shit. Like you gonna let him come back and win the ball game off of that because you're not doing nothing to adjust that. Or a nigga throw a bubble screen on you 3 or 4 times and get big plays off of it because you did nothing to adjust to it, because you content on playing the defense you comfortable with, and that's it. You're not making no adjustments. You're not making them nobody else think, and they get in a rhythm. And if anybody get a passer like Corey, if you let him get in a rhythm and you start catching your patterns, you're in a bad situation. It's just that simple. Like a guy like Ruff, I let him get in the rhythm. He realized I was playing a lot of man, and he took advantage of those route technicians on all his receivers. And next thing you know, we in man cover 1, and niggas is getting beat off the route technician. He took full advantage of that shit. Like he even saw when I had the fucking zone fits on and started rolling out and waiting for routes to go 30 more yards downfield. If I'm setting it at 20, he going 30 and 40. Them niggas gonna sit right at 20, bro. They not going no far. You know what I'm saying? Now you playmaker and your receiver up to 30 yards and shit like that. That's understanding how to make adjustments during the game, bro. Until you start doing that, Nano is going to be where he at right now. So I think the moment we get him into that mode of understanding how to adjust a little bit more and play within the game, he can go to a Super Bowl right away over there in the NFC, bro. But right now, let me ask you this, Jill. Who's your favorite to come out the NFC?
Shit. Crazy. I really want to go with Nano, but part of me is torn between Nano and honestly Tymon. I really think after watching the Rams last year, if they can come back and they're 4-1 now, if they can come back and do that same thing, I like the Rams coming out of the NFC.
The Rams is dangerous over there right now, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say, I
dangerous over there right now.
Good team.
I think what he did with not knowing that team, it's not like I ain't help him with shit. I made him a my player, gave him 2 superstars, and fixed his money. That was it.
It was
dangerous over there.
From the Rams. It's like the same thing, Rams and like Bears, but the Rams schedule like this year isn't a bad schedule. It's not like 4th seed or whatever.
He playing a first place schedule though right now, right? Or second place schedule.
It's second. I think it's second, and that's why I'm saying that, because like I can't say Boone yet because he had to take a whole season off, so like his players are at some point probably going to give him an issue.
Nah, Boone's still Boone though. Boone is who
still
Boone is.
Though. That's why
the problem with Boone is can he consistently beat the Rams, Seahawks, and Mando?
He got the what's it called twice a year. So
that's
why got the Rams.
That's what I'm saying.
So they gonna get familiar quick.
Quick. That's what I'm saying. Like Boone's my third if you would ask me top 3, but I like Nano.
Not to get off topic. Real quick. And because while we talking about the NFC West, is that the best division in football?
I tried to say this last year. Y'all was thinking I was crazy. I said this last year.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I used to say it was my division.
But you can't say that.
Cheddar Bop make his ass.
Y'all still got one of y'all still. If y'all not the number 1 division, y'all number 2.
Y'all number 2 for sure.
NFC West is the number 1 division right now in football now, and that comes down to what type of Hollywood we getting. That's what it comes down to.
Hollywood locked in. He top 10 player.
Exactly. That's why I said it depends on what type of Hollywood you get in. Hollywood change it. Hollywood, if he just play his style of football, he's a fucking monster. That nigga do too much, man. He all over the place. That nigga he'll be a mad franchise Junkies in 20 seconds.
Hold on for a second. Let me ask this. Take the last place team from each division. Would you really take A1 over Box?
Right now, Nano's last place in last place in NFC West.
I would right now. I would take A1
right
now.
Weakest link.
I would right now.
Boone
I would
came in last place.
Yeah.
I'm definitely taking Boone over Bob.
I'm taking Boone over any one of them motherfuckers.
I'm taking everybody in the NFC West actually over Bob. I'm sorry. Actually.
Am I taking Hollywood over Bob? Bottom line, yes. But they the same. Nah, but look, Falk, I swear to God, to me they the same type of motherfuckers. Their attention spans to playing the football is crazy. Like, you don't know who you gonna get, when you gonna get. Like, you might get an all-eye formation Seahawks, and then you might get an all-five wide spread out Seahawks.
Now
you don't
that
know.
The Seahawks got Metcalf back, though, it's easier to tell when he's going back to, like, you know what I'm saying, his old roots. Now that he has Metcalf back, he will literally just Metcalf you to death.
You gotta know that don't mean nothing. Just because you beat the nigga don't mean nothing, right? You gotta know that, right? I don't have to really say that to you, right? A1
Some people think it means something.
That don't mean shit, bro. Those niggas that be like, yo, I beat him. Like, man,
Time out. Who famous for this? A nigga win by 3 points. Now, not everybody. Who say that?
The Bears. The Bears.
That's the Bears.
I beat you by 3 points. I heard you. What you talking about?
I whooped that nigga ass. Yep, 3 points. Beating somebody don't matter, bro, because everybody match up differently. What we saying is consistency, right? The Seahawks is more consistent than Bop this whole dish right now, bro. Flat out. He's consistent than he right now.
I'll give.
But the fucked up part about it is Bop can come on the game at any moment and beat anybody he play at any moment. You just don't know who you getting with him.
Almost anybody.
I think almost anybody. Here's the thing. Here's Bop problem. He get into arguments with Falk, and then his whole game, like right now, if they start arguing, he'll lose the next 4 games.
Yeah, it affects his gameplay.
That tells me a lot about a nigga in real life.
Tell him, Bob, you buck nigga. I hope you listening. You gonna go 8-8, nigga.
This the best division. NFC West is the best division right now, flat out right now, and their 2-2 team is top tier as well over here, even though he's 2-2.
That's why I said even Nano being 2-2, that's a scary sight.
How about this? Let's look at the divisions as a whole right now. NFC East, you got D West, Albert, Hitter, and Mark. I'm gonna start with D West. Give me a conversation about D West, Falk. What do you think about him?
D West. He's playing top 5 football.
Yeah, he is. I agree. I think the moment he started using Travis Etienne as a running back and stopped throwing the ball all game long.
He left the big bitches alone and he locked in.
Yeah. He's playing good football right now. So how about go ahead. I'm listening to Guns. What you said? Not top 5?
Nah, he's not top 5.
No, I said he's playing top 5 football. I didn't say
okay.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
playing.
Especially because he went to the Super Bowl last year. Definitely. Yeah, you have to count that. Yeah, definitely.
With the absence of Boone, though.
What's y'all? Yeah, Boone. Yeah, he can't get over that Boone hump. Boone keep kicking his ass. Boone's in it. I think if Nano would have made it to that game, he loses to Nano.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah. So that's what that goes to the NFC West even more. By the way.
And I'm not sure he can beat Tymon or the Bears right now even.
I don't think he can beat Tymon if he sees him again.
He beat him last year. Didn't he beat him last year?
Beat him in the conference championship.
He beat him last year, but that was Tymon's first year with his team. I think Tymon can get him the second time around. Yeah.
All right, so let me hear y'all. Let me hear y'all input.
Beat him in the championship.
Beat him in the championship. Yeah, he did. Let me hear y'all input on the Giants coach Albert.
I want to hear Guns first, actually.
On Albert, I think this is the first disc where I've seen where Albert is not balanced. For some reason, he's coming out and he's just all air. Albert used to have a better combination of running and passing the football. And this disc, he just seems one-dimensional. That's why he's dropping more games.
Yeah, because I think he's playing the time of possession game. He wants to run the ball, eat the clock on offense, and then try to play solid D. And when you get into games where guys that know how to get around that shit, you put yourself in a situation. Simple as that, right? I think Albert, my opinion of Albert is he's a head case. He gets in his own head more than anything. Like, he fucks himself up faster than anything. Like, he can get turned away from a game fast, mentally wise. And it damn near make you not even want to play in the league anymore. And I think having that type of feel of the game, like, anything could turn him off, right? Like, I was surprised the Seahawks game week 1 didn't turn him off to the point where he don't want to play no more. going through all that. Now, rightfully so, he was allowed to have them feelings, but he took it different though, and that's what I'm saying. He's so like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with it in his mental more than anything with Albert, in my opinion. But Albert's a good user, and to be honest with you, he put a good team together. He understands how to build a team and everything. I just think he has to just put it together on the field.
I think he shows sparks that he could have gave NFC East a lot more competition. It's just he the one word for me is inconsistent that I've seen in RPL. Sometimes he started off like with 7 wins hot, and then he'll go 7-9. Like he had like a 9-win season, and then he I think he lost that first round in the playoffs, but there was times like he gets his players good. Remember that year Barkley was going insane? He could have put that to wins, but he just had Barkley going insane. Now he's like doing the same thing with Dallas last year. Like he just seemed out of whack sometimes.
But you see the focus is a little different now because
you're right though. You're right, Guns. You're right.
What do you say? What do you say?
Sounds like A1. Like just inconsistency.
Inconsistency. Yep. Doing too much. Albert to me, I said his whole game comes down to head case. He puts a great team together. He knows football. He's out there to play. But head case, his self, he can fuck himself at any moment. All right, so let's talk about Hitter and his Washington football team. What's your opinion on Hitter?
I actually think this is the best version of Hitter that I've seen. I think that he's a more complete football team than the previous did.
Right. I agree. I think the guy pitched you can't consistently come out and do two things. What he does great as put a great defense together every time we start a league. He puts a great defense together, and then he always have a great receiver that has that, he's good with that big size receiver that can go get footballs. He's kind of hot there. My problem with Hitter is this: defensively, he has no questions, no answers. He's good there. He can be great at times on defense, and he can put himself in situations on defense, but offensively he's so inconsistent, and I think that stops him from really winning 10 games a year every year. 11 games a year. Offensively, he's just so inconsistent on play calling that gives him that hurts him a lot.
I can only
what about you, Falk? No, go ahead. My bad, Joe. Go ahead. You got it.
I'm about to say, I can only attest to really hit his defense because I started modeling my defense after I started realizing we had the same kind of pieces with the D-line. His offense, though, I don't know. Ever since Harvey's got the job, I think he just kind of didn't have the right scheme and maybe some of the right guys. Not that Crum was a bad guy, but I think Harvey gives him spurts, and then like you said, receivers that he's had in and out, Braxton is a household name, and now he's got Chad Johnson, the free set. I think he was just kind of missing certain pieces. I didn't really watch his offensive play as much as I did his defensive play. So
he's an inconsistent play caller, in my opinion. And then at the end of the day, knowing that he can, think about Game of Thrones when he had Baby Bo going crazy. I think he still misses that run game. And not having the run game maxed out right now is holding him back a little bit. But I think the moment he put that scheme together the right way on offense and stick with that scheme,
it'll be bad. Yeah, he'll be 10 wins. Yeah. That defense has always been every year. His defense has been.
That's the one thing consistently you're gonna get out of him. He's gonna have a defense that's really just gonna be whoa, that you line up against and play him and just God damn.
Yeah, not for real.
So, Now, let's talk about Mark for a little bit in the NFC. What are y'all conversations on him?
I want to speak on this because I just played him.
Okay.
He got something, and I'm not saying it because he traded me. I'm really not. At one point, he was 15-15 with Herbert.
Oh my God!
And I played man to man, and he was doing what the fuck he wanted. If he just could lock in and focus, I think he could be a spoiler. He could beat some guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
If he just locked in, and he really had a good scheme. I was struggling. That motherfucker was 15-15.
I was watching that game. I know exactly what you're talking about. You get Mark where he give you a good game, and then you get Mark where you just statty up on him. But that comes from Mark just being that type of guy that enjoy playing the league. He ain't developing his game any further because he just hops on to play the game because he enjoy to play. But the crazy thing is that West Coast offense that he run can give you hell. Do you think it got better, the fact that he got that type of quarterback? Because remember, he's playing. Look at Jalen Hurts, bro. Jalen Hurts is terrible. Look at the build. He ain't built at all on normal, and he was playing with him and giving guys games. Do you think Herbert changes his whole thing?
Yeah, he even did this against me though, which was nice. Like he put Hurts in when he wanted to like run the ball, like had that dual threat.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to play it, and he would run with it.
Mark is a great user in the league. The moment he starts taking it a little farther and getting a little bit more intimate with his team, I think Mark can take strides of being better than he is. Let's look at, we already talked about, all right, let's talk about the Rams. Timeout. How y'all feel about him?
I just had a possible NFC.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's showing that pedigree, man. I mean, I used to say this, and I wasn't even like, niggas used to try to use bullshit. I used to think he was better than T in 19.
At one point he was, though.
Yeah, I used to think he was. Like, motherfucker, T get mad and shit, but he really was. To me, in 19. Now, maybe not now, but he always been good. He was like 12 at the time.
Mm-hmm. 11 years old.
12. But yeah, he was like 12, so... I mean, I think him being over there, the NFC gonna be real intriguing, man.
Mm-hmm. All right. How about we talk about the Seahawks? Hollywood, how y'all feel about him?
And the inconsistency is gonna sell. That's the word. Like trading Metcalf, trading for him back, not being wiggles.
Yeah, oh my God, look at that.
Putting a receiver at running back, then putting him back at receiver, putting a fullback at running back, putting him back to running back, like trading your quarterback, or he almost put Ugalele on the block. Like he's too sporadic sometimes, and I think that's his downfall. He's never been able to sit with the same roster for 2 years straight, which will honestly lose you games.
Definitely.
And that goes with his play style too. It'll go with his play style.
You know what?
So,
and you know what, Ant, when he was the Saints, he wasn't doing that.
Nah, he wasn't.
Not on this level.
Nah.
He wasn't doing it on this level.
Nah, he wasn't.
Likes to make moves, but yeah, you know when you
He
get a
wasn't.
guy special.
But when he was the
want
Saints, he
guys to
wasn't
be
playing
in good
consistently either. You couldn't catch him for a whole season. At all. Now you can. You catch him for a whole season now.
You know, but he knew who he was when he had the Saints.
Right.
And he wasn't experimenting, coming out with different formations. Like you said, he'd be I formation one game, 5 wide the next game. It's like he the jack of all trades, but the master of none.
That would go to be a big test.
And with that being said, when he play all 16 games, he's playoff ready. Simple as that. That shit crazy. What about Boone? I would expect to hear Falky on this one.
He's a total opposite. He's consistent. You know what you're going to get from Boone. You know the Boone cat coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know the 50-50 jump balls are coming. You know him running with the quarterback is coming. It's like line up and try to stop it. You already know what's coming your way.
We've had 2 good games in the reg season this year, and then I think year 2 or 3, and by that game was by a touchdown, and he came down and put on a drive, and then this game it got out of hand by like 14 or something like that. But consistent, knows what's coming, jet touch. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching him in Game of Thrones when I was like new. He gave a receiver 21 receptions, and I promise you, 16 of them was from jet touch pass or RPO. And I had never seen anything like that before. Ever.
I would say he is the second best user in the league. When I say user, I'm talking about user in the joystick, guys, not player. User in the joystick, the second best in the league, hands down. And I think at any given moment, if he's locked in offensively, he's gonna be tough to beat. If he's locked in offensively, if he's not, you can get him. If he's
his
locked
defense
in,
is solid and consistent. I think that's
his bad defense is top 3 in the league.
Yeah,
like,
it's consistent.
He's a good, like I said, he clicks on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean.
And he doesn't do. He doesn't do too much. I don't think, for real. Like defensively, he might do a little bit too much, you know, because he gets to doing certain things certain people don't do.
If Boone watch you play, is a wrap.
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, that's the way.
If Boone film study and watch you play, is a wrap. And don't let him catch you after you just play the game. Not gonna be. And for him to be able to do that, user is a big key to that. All right, Nano, how y'all feel about Nano?
The robotic thing gets in his way the most. He knows because he be on a headset, and you know, and he learns from like watching the games and taking the losses that he does. but I don't think he remembers them when it's go time because it hits him with the same cause and effect. Like when he loses certain games.
Nano might be the best runner in the game.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Hands down.
Nano just needs to take his mind to the game of football. He has to get better at knowing football situations, bro. That's it. Everything else is there. He got better throw the ball, and he got better play better football. He got to better play the chess game of football better with guys. But other
I think
than
his defense is nicely put together. He knows when the
he's consistent with defense because he doesn't do a lot of shit. Like it's almost like playing a computer on the low, like with a great user.
That's why
I don't think people pay attention to how good he is with the person he's using too. He's really good at using. Not the guy that's going to drop back and get 3-6 picks, make you throw 20. He is, if you run the ball at Nano with his user, he's definitely getting there a lot. I know planning, I'd be like, God damn, I'm trying to trick the user running. He gets there a lot with him. But his defense, they're going to play defense. He's not going to play defense for him. And because he does that, it's so hard to move the ball on him. Simple as that, bro. Because they just sit and they do exactly what they're supposed to be doing because they never out of momentum. They always into momentum and all that shit. So if Nano could throw the ball, make guys respect him throwing the ball, if he could do what T did, develop a passing game, it's over with. He's gonna be one of the better players in the league.
What Falk said will stick though to what will be some of the things that will kill Nano is that he gets leads because of, like we said, the consistent robotic computerized defense with good user and the fact that he runs so good. He gets leads often, and those, whether it be 14-0, 21-7, like. Those is like, and the games where he lets those comes back, those would be Nano's like biggest testament games. You see what I'm saying? Like the times where he's gave up leads, whether it was small or big, is the reasons where like it hurt him. There's barely been times somebody like started off the game whooping his ass. Like it doesn't happen often, honestly. Not a lot of people just come out and just start whooping on Nano and then just leave him in the dust. You see what I'm saying?
All right, we in the AFC South. Corey, how y'all feel about him?
I had him as like top 3 passer one year, I think.
Come on, you gotta hold that ball. That's
I definitely had him top 5 passer.
Corey, my problem with Corey is, and it's more of a man thing than anything. He like shy away from shit. He ain't engaged, bro. Like when things ain't going right, he just don't seem like he step in front of it. He back down from it. And excuse up. That's my opinion of him because that's what I've been seeing lately. Like Corey, when Corey's locked in, Corey gonna do something. Now he said he locked in this season. I'm probably the reason behind it because he been catching my little slick shit I've been saying, and I know he catching it. But to me, I just think when he locked in, he played good football, but he also can shy away from things when things ain't going right. Like then he expected to dominate the NFC. That didn't happen. And you started to see the gameplay, the chat talking, the excited to play in the league started to die away with the fact that things wasn't going the way he had it planned in his head. So that's my opinion of him. Anybody else?
Yeah, I just think he don't. He instead of embracing it, he just like he came in the chat like he ain't played in a while. He's like, yeah, did T win the Super Bowl yet?
Right.
Like, huh?
That shit rubbed Falk the wrong way, and it's been rubbing Falk the wrong way.
Because it's like, but no, it's like, yo, you ain't been in chat in a couple of weeks.
Not just Falk, not just Falk, you right.
Like, you ain't been chatting a couple weeks, my nigga. Listen, he winning, he doing his thing. I ain't hating, but...
Do y'all think that's kind of like that, like, if you can't beat him, you join him?
Yeah. Exactly
what it is. You just defeated, like...
He's defeated. He showed up year one, said that he was going to win.
Which is funny because Corey puts himself as a top 5 player.
Ever since.
Mm-hmm.
He puts himself as a top 5 player, so he shouldn't be a beat or join him. That takes the competition out of things.
I mean, he picked a team that was ready to win, and he was super confident. He was super confident, and then he started taking L's. So now he's just on the T train.
He went from never losing that on a playoff game to losing that on a playoff game.
There you go. Then
that was a fluke, and he lost to him again. And then he's off the boom twice, and it was over with. You ain't really hearing nothing from him.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't want to speak too much on that.
Tati back 4-1 right now. What y'all think?
I like the Panthers users. He's 5.
It depends on Tati.
Well, it
still
depends.
Tati.
I seen his offense go crazy one game, and I just thought that he had something special going on. He was hitting on all 3 cylinders.
That's my little cousin. I'm gonna just tell you like this: he don't like nobody in the league. Simple as that. And his energy goes off of that. But Tati always been a good Madden player. Depends on if he bitching Tati or he playing Tati. That's the only way I know how to explain him. And I think Ty is successful right now because niggas ain't used to playing him. Simple as that. The moment you start playing him a couple times, changes everything. You know, when you ain't got no real film on somebody, you playing them butt naked is a big difference. Look, T played him to a 7-point game. Do you think if they play again, is it a 7-point game?
Nah.
I don't think so. Probably.
So
not.
I think Ty benefiting off of not being in the league for a while and nobody knows who he is. All right, Saints. Let's talk about Saints. Let's talk about young motherfucking Jay.
I think I'm using inconsistency again for a third time.
I think he improved.
I think
he improved.
I know this year
I wouldn't know from. I wouldn't know.
I think the NFC got better, but I think he's improved, man.
I wouldn't know from last disc. I just know some years he doesn't do his best. I won't use the word tank. He doesn't do his best. Some years he's like 10-3 and he's in the playoffs. So
his problem is
really know what's
itchy
going
fingers.
On.
When a guy itchy fingers, he never followed my voice. My voice told him, this is my guy right now. He's such an improved player. He was getting his ass kicked, 80 points, this and that. He drafted him right, putting the team together, but he got itchy fingers. His itchy fingers is, okay, I'm doing all the right stuff. It got me in the playoffs. And all of a sudden, you start trading all those players the fuck away for what?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I use inconsistency.
The same niggas that had you winning is the same niggas you got rid of that got you 1-4 right now.
It's like
that ain't inconsistency. That's just stupid. Like that's just I'm better than I really am right now. And you ain't taking into consideration that is the reason why you started winning. Stick to that fucking script. Stop fucking flipping.
I say
and
bad GM
because
his gameplay ain't bad. I beat him by a touchdown, maybe 10 points. I think his gameplay ain't bad, like at all. Especially when he's like, you know what I'm saying, when he's in the flow of things. I think I played him like week 9 or week 11 or something like that. So he was in the flow of his, like, you know what I'm saying, in the flow of his season. It was a good game.
Here's what got him better. The argument with his crew coming over to us.
Shit, he beat Nano, didn't he?
Yeah.
31 carries a team.
The argument with his crew, y'all niggas ain't helping me. And then me saying we'll help you. And then me not wanting to help him because I know he was too loyal to them, to me giving him keys. But the real help he got that got better is playing them niggas in reg all the time, bro. That's why he better right now. He consistently playing Madden every day. And because T and them, they hop on and they play regular games all the time against each other, that got him better in the league. The other flip side of it was us. Fault me, teaching him through whether it's real talks or me talking to him personal how to build a team. And he put all that together. His downfall now is he ain't building a team. He blew it the fuck up, like, fast. Like, how do you trade or want to trade a Master T who won you your first ever playoff game?
31 carries, 266 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Like, what? Next game on the block. Like, that's why I'm like, that's bad GMing. I won't use inconsistency. That's just his shaky fingers, whatever.
All right, so we got a new Falcons user. I'm not going to spend time too much on him. We're going to give him some time to get in the league. All right, so I'm going to the north right now. We spoke on my boy Ruff. Ruff my boy now. I couldn't stand his little ass, but right now we cool. I want to see how long that's going to last. It's my guy right now.
Him and my data plan is cool right now.
Yeah, the data plan not cool. My shit I already had to pay an extra $70
it's because I've been
already since he been back.
Look, I'll take the blame for that. I've been coming, but you know I was gonna do that, especially when he ducked like Daffy and didn't come back from Texas. But we already talked about that, so I'm gonna let it ride.
Yeah, but he got built to excuse. I ain't let him take the Texas. He was all the way for it.
Yeah, I mean,
he was a pain in the ass. I had to keep telling him, chill, I got you, chill, I got you,
cool.
Chill, I got you. He was trying, believe me, he was definitely trying to take them Texans. I think he competitive enough to want to whoop your ass.
All I needed to see.
So you better not allow that to happen when y'all play.
It ain't going down that way, and ain't no reason to talk about it, man. 3 adjustments, I told you.
But all right. So the Packers. How do y'all feel about Coach DC, man?
Who, the football king?
Pass.
Let's talk, man. Fuck that. We grown ass men. Let's have a real talk. That's what this shit is for. If niggas can't take it, then fuck them. Nah, don't go away from what you saying. Ball king.
I'm gonna be real with you. It's effective though.
Yeah.
I just think that hurts him so much that he can't be more competitive in the league because he's so methodical that shots be right there in his face, but he won't take it.
Right.
So basically, what I've seen is a team that basically has watched everybody in front of him basically running fast break basketball, scoring 150 points a game, so he decided, you know what, I'm gonna run 4 corners and I'm gonna run the shot clock all the way down, and then take my shot at the end and slow the game down, way down.
Right.
And so we really hadn't seen the real Coach DC because he spent more time slowing the game down and taking everybody else out of their game.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Shoguns. We have seen the real Coach DC. We've seen the guy that taught me how to play this game and get real football shit out of this game. But the problem is, he like Falk, bro. He see windows and throw to those windows, and that shit close and change on you so fast. You penalized for throwing to the right players at times.
And at this update at this version of the game, it's really penalizing him a lot because honestly, not the meta has changed kinda, but like the rules have changed in the game kinda. Like,
well, it went from your guy got a 2-yard lead on a guy, you get in front of a DB, you can throw that shit and be good, or you can see an area that you know your guy going to and throw it and be good. Now it's back to a nigga can use their linebacker and cover the whole fucking field again. Remember, that wasn't there. You turned around and had to go try to cover something opposite. You was slowing down and wasn't getting there at all. Those windows is gone, so a guy like him who see the game from a real football mind is penalized from that, right? And then at the end of the day, bro, if you gonna be butt balling, that shit hard. You're gonna throw 10 picks, 7 picks, 5 picks because you're not a runner. You're not running the butt ball, niggas. You throwing the butt ball. Eventually, you gonna throw picks throwing the ball all game long. The best passers can't throw the ball in Madden right now all game long and not throw picks. It's just that simple. You either gonna have a 7-game pick like Falk did, or then come back and have a 7-0 game pick. But I bet you if I go to that 7 touchdowns no pick game, I bet you Najee Harris still had a day to make that guy have to worry about the run. DC don't get no Coach DC 4-4 don't get nothing out of his run game, bro. Not nothing. That shit only there just to keep the game, to keep the clock moving. That's it. He don't get nothing out of his run game. That's why he throws 7 picks, 6 picks, 5 picks a game.
That takes him out the game, and then momentum and that. Yeah, because I remember in our game, it was kind of the same way. He didn't really run.
I played Coach DC this
year. He didn't really run much, which is kind of like, you know, you can't get away with it, or if it hurts you, you can lose the game.
All right, how about my boy Antonio Todd, the Lions?
Baby.
I think he's risen.
He one of my most improved players.
Yeah, risen.
One of my most improved players.
Y'all put Jalen. I think I would put like Tone, and like I didn't even watch him for like long. I think I would put Tone, just because like the way the Lions started development, and then the way he was playing to like now. He be going in like
he took that butt ass Lions team and put his head down. You gotta remember, it wasn't like he had a shitload of, like, if I'm taking a Lions team, it's because I'm gonna have the same type of picks I had with the Ravens first draft. He ain't had that, bro. He drafted Justin Fields like and a bunch of motherfucking who are these, and put his head down and just went dummies in the next couple of drafts, bro, and put a team together that's ready to play with anybody at any moment right now. A lot of his 1 and 4 is only because he ain't locked in. He got some family shit going on right now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Outside of that, though, this guy, he's everything advertised right now. I watched this kid come in our league, get his ass whipped, and anytime you could deal with a nigga that can take ass whippings, bro, to being able to compete with guys and playing better right now, man, and he just takes it and run with it, bro. Like, so to me, he's the most improved guy. Like, D West is my like, damn, D West, you did a 360 change in the way you play, build, and everything, and that's the reason why you successfully in the playoffs every year or have a chance to go to a Super Bowl. But Antonio Todd he came from the mud, bro. This is mud. You know what I'm saying? Like he came out from the mud. I really respect what he got going on over there right now. I like him as one of my favorite players in the league. What about the young Vikings, man? We're looking at a guy in the Vikings. Remember this. He's never played franchise mode before. All he did was watch us play.
I don't
know. We had one game. I got a little Madden cheese. But
nah, you came off that big win against me, and you ain't think you would lose that game. Let's just be real. You ain't think you would lose.
No, I still have rookies playing. And remember the animation on my money drive. The ball went through my receiver's hands, and it was on 3rd down. And he reached out with one hand on some stupid. Like, it was really Madden. Like, I don't blame my loss on that. Just if I could have won that game. So I'm saying he beat me, but Madden.
Here's what I say about Foe.
His quarterback was a baller.
What's his name? One of those guys that he's going to benefit from being it. He had a year or two from 20 on, not 20, from 21 Game of Thrones till now to literally watch our league. Like, he's one of those guys that really was watching everything that was going on. Wasn't in the league, but watching everything. So it gave him a jump start. But a guy that never played connected franchise mode, it's going to be issues there. I think he has to keep his head down and just keep playing. Fuck a win, fuck a loss. If you win, so be it. But don't let those losses make you feel like, damn, I can't play in this league. Because before you know it might not be 21, man, but before you know it, if you're doing all the right things with building your team and all that shit, the gameplay gonna come. That's gonna come. So I just think he just needs to just put his head down and trust the process. That's the whole NFC, right? We did the North, South, East, and West. Yep. All right, let's go to the AFC and do this conversation here. How y'all feel about me as a Raven?
This is like the first time.
Top, one of the top players in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
Yeah, I think there's some stubbornness there with Marmar. Like me personally, I'd have been got rid of him.
Right.
Did Buckets go out?
You know, the joystick probably fucked on the control probably went.
I think it's some stubbornness there, but I think even with that being said, it's, you know, it ain't gonna be sweet playing.
Right.
It'll be a dog fight.
No doubt, respect. Shoguns.
Still one of the best three users in the league. I was surprised. I've seen a lot more movement than I'm used to seeing early.
But not late.
Not late, but still top three. Hate seeing you on the schedule. Mama is a problem.
Nah, for real.
Period.
Nah, for real.
That's how I describe Ant. Mama's a problem.
Yeah, like it's like I can see the stubbornness, and I love that you keep Marmar. I think you keeping Marmar is a testament to really being a freaking Raven. Like, for one, you definitely could have traded him by now. A lot of people would have. I
probably would have. Fuck, down there had me ready to.
Yeah, he would still be top 10 in every year. And the user, like, it's definitely like I always put him in top 3. Ant's gonna be in the top 3. I don't hate seeing him on my schedule though. Honestly, I like seeing Ant on my schedule.
You know what? I will say about myself. I'm a lot more open this year. I'm giving out a lot of information this year, bro. Yeah. A lot of things that I could keep to myself and help myself out, and then I'm like an open book now. I'm good at GM. I'm like probably one of the best GMers in the league. That part of the game is more fun to me. But I think my downfall is my stubbornness, like Falk saying. I'm very stubborn on what I want to do, and because I don't sometimes it's my downfall at the end of the day.
But that makes you also great in certain ways, because like it allows you to make decisions later when you want to. You'll be open, and you'll make perfect moves because you were stubborn during the regular season. Like it comes with a blessing and a curse, I think, honestly, sometimes.
This disc is a curse though, because this disc blowing your team up like that, like you gotta think about it, bro. I'm not getting the #1 pick because the niggas just like me. I'm getting it because I'm giving up a lot of shit to get to it.
Your team.
If I'm playing with these players now, don't get it fucked up. I'll have cap issues and all that, so somebody would have had to go eventually anyway. But like, just think if I did what Black did for the first 4 seasons, didn't just built that team and then kept that team. Black solely benefited off the fact that his team was just better than everybody else. Not better overall than everybody else. They were gelled together for 4 straight seasons with no interruption. And that's why he did what he did last year, right? Look at the difference this year. He missed the offseason and lost players, and look what's going on right now, right? And that means a lot, keeping your team together and letting them grow together. Just think about it. T don't have the best. He don't even have a top 10 team on his game right now. He still don't, to this day. He don't have a top 5 team overall. If you look at the players on his team, he's wielding them to do the things they do, right? And because he's consistently playing with those guys that he do play with, look at the result of that. Me, you getting You getting this guy traded, this guy traded, this guy traded, and then the testament of those trades. Look what those players do when they go other places. I haven't sent nobody to no graveyards.
That's why I think I put your GMness as so like the highness. That's why playing you like you have been generally. It just from a viewer standpoint, because I used to be a viewer before the league. You definitely gave out more sauce this past diff than like any other Madden 20 shit I've watched like ever.
Well, I had Onk in my ear previous this to cuss me the fuck out. Like, stop telling these niggas it's gonna hurt you. All right, fuck no.
But
all
I think
the time.
that's your competitive nature that makes it stubborn, but makes it a recyclable, like good ass league.
I think with that though, with me doing that, look at the balance of the league right now. Like
exactly,
you just look at the new
saying.
league. You couldn't barely get trades out of niggas in the new league, bro. Niggas wasn't coming up off of nothing. And I used to tell Boone that stop worrying about that shit right now. The league will build itself into people understanding with the move because we talk about it too much. The more you talk about it, the more people pay attention. The more people start to say, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that." But at the end of the day, people like to move and do their own thing, so you can't stop people from trading. That's the one thing. That's why I don't like those leagues. They be like, first year nobody can trade. Turn the trades off. That's nobody wants to play them. All right, that shit is for the birds.
And then what Shogun said, Marmar himself is literally just a fucking.
Yeah, but it depends on what I do with Lamar. Falk wanted me to off him because Falk knew, Dan, you got Waddle out here and you want to fling that shit all game long, and he ain't that quarterback. He's not, bro. I'm playing better with Lamar right now. Instead of trying to throw for 300-400 yards a game, I'm somewhere between 190 to 250. I'm cool there because I'm playing him the way he's supposed to be played now. I'm having a lot more success with him, and that's him. Like, come on, bro. Like dropping back, shotgun, and then finding the lane to take off. I fumble every single time, but when I run plays with him, he don't give the ball up. You know what I'm saying? So it's things that, again, remember how we talked about teeing them, understanding their abilities and knowing their players and putting it all together. It's the same thing. I'm bitching about the nigga fumbling because I'm dropping back, trying to hit a hole and run, and then I'm getting spied. He gets shoestring, let that bitch go. That ain't my game. I played Falk in the playoffs and didn't do nothing I said I was going to do, and look what the result of that was. I got my ass kicked. He threw 7 picks. Right? That's me trying to make him a drop back passer. He's not that. So I understand that, but a lot of me playing with Lamar is off of me being stubborn on this point. I'm gonna show you. Like, I picked the Ravens flat out to show Boom, boy, you ain't listen. I'll show you how to really use Lamar. You talk all that shit, yeah, you get MVPs with him and all that, but I'm going to the bowl with him. Watch this. I did that, and then I came back to do it again. I ain't do it this league yet, but I don't feel like I ain't close to doing it. But I just know giving out information gives everybody even playing field. And in the position I'm in as a commissioner, I have to give out that information. Because first of all, I'm editing the draft class. There's nobody in this league that don't think I don't know. Y'all don't chat with me during the draft. You'd be surprised how many players I fucking remember, bro. Like, and I would think that's weird on his own because I'm fucking editing 400 fucking players every year, and I still be remembering motherfuckers. Just think about the last draft we just had a couple of days ago. How I was still like, damn, he wasn't done right, or nah, I ain't do that. Or you get y'all was editing all those players over there, and you'll ask me something, and I'll know it right away. Like, oh, what's his name? Worst case scenario, I might ask you what position he play again, and then I'll know what to do from there. Like,
or the school real quick.
So to give guys information, you know, because again, I get to see the draft class all the way through because I'm making it myself. So I gotta give information out. I got a little bit more open book and everything though now, play call and how to move. But guess what? Now guys ain't just giving up everything and anything for anything. Like, well, we stopped that once we made a rules committee for that. Like, and we do get away from things sometimes where we'll just say yes because everybody else said yes, and then I start bitching, right? But overall, the league is so balanced now. Because of it, bro. That's part of it. Because Falk's an open book. Because Tia tell you what he doing or how he did it. Because I'll tell you everything that you need to know. It's an open book, and it's less people asking for help than more asking for advice now. So I think it's a gift and a curse because it does kill me in gameplay right now. It's times where I'm playing. And look, I'm gonna keep it 100. Last season when I played you, you knew my offense better than I did.
I did that game. That was you were playing rookies though. I think that's why you really lost your game.
But you knew my offense better than I did, bro. It wasn't like you was watching the broadcast while we was playing or anything like that. You flat out understood what I was trying to do and took that shit away from me. So that's the gift and the curse. Like, that's the gift and the curse of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point where I was so cocky, bro. Falk could tell you this too. Shoguns, how many times you heard me say, I don't be watching nobody play, bro. I line up, I should know what they're doing in their first 2 drives. To now, I really feel like for me to take the next step to get to a Super Bowl or to beat T, I got to watch film. And it made me realize that one real talk we was talking, and T said, matter of fact, it was Demon Time. And T said, Ant good as hell, yo. He one of my hardest players I got to play. But I watched, and after he beat me in that Super Bowl, I watched every play he run. I know everything he want to do. He'll never beat me again. The information I got out of him saying that was 2 things. Fuck what you talking about. I'm going to beat you. And there's no way you're not going to just keep beating me and I ain't going to beat you. But the 2 was, Dan, you've committed that time into watching my game to the point where you flat out know everything. Like, it's plays that I run that other guys that run on T that y'all can sneak it in. But if I run it, he's all over that shit, right? So that's me saying, all right, I can't be stubborn no more. I got to go back and watch fucking film now, too, on guys that I need to beat. Got to watch film. You got to see tendencies. You can't just rely on being better than guys football-minded now. So I think as a whole, and I feel like I'm a very big part of this, as a whole, the league got better, bro. And it got better because we all are open book in how we approach the game now. So it got better, and it possibly cost me games, but it got better because of us being open books with shit, right? So cool. Yeah, I meant that shit too. How about the Browns, fellas? How y'all feel about the Browns? Drew Brown.
Browns is, I think, good. They're good. The Browns, I don't know how to feel about them. I don't know how to feel about them.
I want to say this, like, I don't got nothing good to say. I don't got nothing bad to say.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about them. Like,
I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I don't got nothing good to say. I don't got nothing bad to say.
They draft receivers in the corners and stuff, but then I go out there and they still got linebackers and safety.
He that motherfucker that get like straight B's his whole life, like.
Yeah.
He just consistent. I don't got nothing bad to say, but I don't got nothing. Like, he don't do nothing great, but he ain't ass either. So
I wouldn't go to call him ass.
I think his best attribute is he know how to he drafts pretty good. The moment you keep saying things like, yo, why the fuck you get another receiver and this and that, and then after a while you start looking at it and you're like, well,
and you be like, oh, okay, there it go. That's why I said, like, yeah, you say like, oh, he got receivers and corners, but then you go look and be like, oh no, you got other things too. It's just like the receivers and corners went first, and
then at this point, you so far in 5 seasons in, at this point it's just like luxury picks, really. Honestly, that's what it comes down to.
Well, we need to do an episode on. We need to see who has put together the best teams, not the user. We just gonna go team, player for player.
We could do that right now.
Best team.
Yeah, why not do it right now? Let's get to that right now.
You got some like the Bears, for example. Like, I never really looked at their roster, but they got some dogs. So that's why I said we gotta really. I think we gotta sit down.
Save it for another episode. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So we're in week 5 right now, on our way to week 6. What's you playing your game right now, Falky?
That shit over. Hey, good game, Chiefs. If you listening, man, I don't got my phone. Little man got it upstairs. Good game, bro. As always.
All right, so I don't know what's going on. Nano, can you find out what's up with this Bucks Giants game?
It's a fair sin.
Oh shit, Nano's been in here.
What about D West is playing his game now? D West and Hitter playing right now?
They're in the 3rd quarter right now.
All right, then we advance.
Burger, how long have you been in the chat, man?
It looks like that. I mean, the Browns is only our last saving grace right now, man. You done ran through our fucking division as soon as you got back, you butt bitch. Good shit though, man. Keep it up. I like the new Ruffin right now, man. Bully for fun. You still got your little bully ways about yourself, but you're a little bit more funner right now, man. We gonna put a motherfucker 30 comments an hour limit on you though. 30 comments an hour in the chat. My data plan can't take that shit.
I'm not arguing with that man. So look, the chat should die down a little bit until he get into the next argument with the next man. So listen.
Shit stand.
Boone said Bucks
literally
quit.
He said what?
Coach Carter.
He said
Coach Carter
quit. He said the Bucks
Coach Carter. Where my boy Coach Carter at? This motherfucker said, fuck man, I'm about to coach.
Right, nigga out there basketballing it up right now. Teenagers. 12 and 13-year-olds, like fuck man.
Motherfuckers nice as shit too, ain't they?
Yeah, they
stay
winning like a motherfucker.
You always posting the championship or something.
All right, let's take it back to week 1. Player of the week 1, the rookie running back that went number 4 in the draft, Kamar Wheaton. the second fastest running back in the draft. 10 carries, 84 yards, 8.4 yards a carry, 2 wiggles, 3 spins, 4 more wiggles, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 fumble, 6 receptions, 402 yards out the backfield. They were all 2-yard passes that he wiggled for 17 yards a catch, 1 reception touchdown. Then you got the other rookie, the superstar that we didn't know was a superstar. He did exactly that. When you got a 225-pound running back in the backfield, give him the ball 26 times. 237 rushing carries, 9.1 yards a carry, 5 rushing touchdowns. He great unlocked to an X factor. 2 receptions, 14 reception yards, 7 yards a catch. On defense, McBride, the my player, Ty McBride had 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 1 touchdown at middle linebacker. And then Elam, the cornerback from Florida, that's in Buffalo playing in the snow. He finally got used to the cold weather over there. 3 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. Man, I don't wiggle that much. You definitely wiggle that much. If Albert clutch up for me and give him a L, he the realest on our team. Man, you don't know that squad shit over, dog. We don't be on that off that type of time no more.
Who Albert got to give an L?
I don't know. Who Albert got to give an L to?
I'm about to go rough. You talking about next week? He might be talking about next week.
Week 2. You must play Albert. Week 2. Jordan Whittington.
Who said that?
Wide receiver.
Oh, Albert played Corey. Oh.
Yeah, that's a 50-50. So 7
who
receptions.
Said it, though?
Ruffin.
Oh, Ruff said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause Corey undefeated, right?
Oh yeah, he NFC undefeated. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's big. So let's talk about this. Jordan Whittington, man. We didn't get to see him last year, man. Had a season off, all computer love, but the kid is fucking back right now, and you're gonna start seeing his backness. This nigga had 7 receptions for 318 yards. He averaged 45.4 yards a catch, 6 receiving touchdown. Who the fuck did Boone play to do that to?
I have no idea.
Oh my God. This nigga had 6 touchdowns, but he was throwing bombs to him. Bombs away. And here's the kid, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders, 14 for 18. He threw 4 incomplete passes, 501 yards passing, 9 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He was sacked 3 times, bro. And we ain't even seeing Shedeur, the dual threat part of Shedeur yet. We just getting all drop back, and this is our system. Learn this part first. That's Shedeur right now. Des Boone is back, 9 tackles, 3 interceptions. So he said, "What? I'm only good because I'm playing my hand in the dirt as an outside linebacker."
He played the Falcons week 2.
Keep playing with me. I dropped the nigga back, and he can cover too. Anybody I use is getting picks. 9 tackles, 3 interceptions. That's just ridiculous. And we talked about this off air, Falky. Hall of Fame my players right now. Des Boone is playing at Hall of Fame numbers right now, right?
I need one more year because he was off a year.
Okay, so you need that one more year. 6 tackles for Deloach. Anybody from Florida State, a dog, right outside linebacker, had 6 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 2 touchdowns. So his 2 picks went to the crib, straight like that. Week 3, we have a Corey Richardson sight in 27 for 37, 455 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. He did throw 3 picks. He did get sacked twice. Had 1 rushing carry for 12 yards, and that rushing resulted into a touchdown. So he had a dog day. Trevor Lawrence is back in the building, 15 for 26, 387 yards passing, 8 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1 carry for 17 rushing yards. There's the kid, Carlos Basham. He is a monster at the end, 6 tackles, 3 sacks. And then Jay Godfrey, position, cornerback. He had the rookie, 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, 1 touchdown. Building them blocks and keep them building. And in week 4, we get the young T right now, Hudson Card, 19 for 22, 503 yards passing, 6 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks, 1 carry, 5 yards, 1 fumble. He ain't a runner, don't do it. And then you come right back with the brother, a little bigger T Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has 24 completions, 32 attempts, 568 yards passing, 9 passing touchdowns. So we just gonna sit here and just let this guy throw for 9 and 7, 10 touchdowns.
Crazy, man.
And you wonder why.
That's why I got a bounty out on him, man.
Like when are y'all guys gonna stop letting this shit happen? Like my whole thing is stop being the doo-doo guys and letting him build his players off of y'all. Simple as that. Make him work. You don't make him work instead of just, oh my God, he's awesome,
y'all
man.
sit there and butt ball me, but motherfuckers
right. Get in the game with me, have the ball for 20 fucking minutes, and then play the best player in the league and let him just do what the fuck he want. Oh my God! How many of y'all gonna keep taking y'all pants down like y'all in jail and just saying fuck it,
Ain't that some
protect
shit,
me?
man? Sit there and buttball the shit out you.
Right.
But play him and be throwing the ball all around the field.
All around the field, skitching and shit. Clement, position, cornerback, 2 tackles, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, 1 touchdown. Harold Landry sight in the third, 5 tackles, 5 sacks. He was balling. That's your players of the week. Now, we can't do nothing else over here, so we go to stats right now. And we see who's doing what, when, where, and how. Trevor Lawrence, 2,425 yards. He's number 1 on this list. Shador Sander, Deion's son, the rookie, 19 for 27. He is second on this list. Hudson Card, 1,800 passing yards. And DJ Ugalele, 1,727. Kyler Murray, 1,607. Corey Richardson, 1,575. Trey Lance, 1,562. And then you got Glass, 1472, Holmes 1465, and right behind that, am I on 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 10th place guy is Corey Stanley, 1454. That's your yardage guys, your top 10 guys right there. Let's go to touchdowns, see who's doing what, when, where, and how. Are you serious? This guy got 35 touchdowns in 5 games already, 27 for Short Shador, 18 for Hudson Card, Kyler Murray 17, Garantano 15, tied for 14 apiece is Stanley and Richardson, and then it's DJ Ugalele, Trey Lance, Davis Mills,
50 touchdowns in fucking 7 games.
Kill Glass 11. He about to throw 400 touchdowns on that pace. Patrick Mahomes 11.
You won't do it unless somebody motherfucking stop it.
Nah, cause them niggas that know they can't beat him don't know how to play butt ball. All right, so rushing yards right now.
Run the ball all the fucking game. Right, like he wouldn't touch the ball.
Phil Maffa, the rookie. 6'1", 225. He got 81 carries on the year. Trey Sermon, 75. Master Teague, 70. Burger, 70. Tyree, 70. So them guys are tied at 3rd place right now. 1, 2, 3. Shipley got 68 carries. Manuel, 67. Journey Brown, 66. Travis Etienne, 63. Wheaton, 62. Dollar, 62. And Dobbins, 60. Henderson, 60. They're your top 10 right there. Then we go to yards and carries. So now we go to yards and we see who's doing what. 592 rushing yards from Phil Maffa. I'm gonna call him Mafioso. That's his nickname. Shit, he get a nickname. 592. Master Teague 538. Glad to see he stay home. Wheaton 538. Burger 521. Sherman 491. Travis Etienne 485. Michael Carter 485. That 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Lingard 480, that's 8. Journey Brown 461, that's 9. Chris Tyree, Mike got a top 10 rusher this year, 419. Touchdowns on the board right now. Let's talk about it. Mafioso 9, Wheaton 9, McCaffrey 9, all tied for 1. Nick Chubb holds the 2nd spot down by itself with 8 rushing touchdowns, and then for 3rd place is Burger and MC8, the 2 brothers. JB and MC8 are tied with 7. Then you got Lingard with 6, Henderson with 6, Murray with 6 at quarterback. Ew. Okay, Murray. Master Teague 5, Sherman 5, Raleek Brown, a rookie, 5, Jermaine Martin 5, Lamar Jackson with 5, and then you got a bunch of 4s. So as you can see, a lot of guys got the same amount of numbers, so I'm just not gonna say all that shit. We're gonna keep it pushing, go to wide receivers right now, and just say thank you, Ant, because I ain't on no Jay Waddle dick shit right now, or none of y'all will be even up here in the top number 1. You already know that. But look at this guy, Teterio. He like those guys with them fucked up ass first names. McMillan, the rookie from Oregon, 6'4", 205. This guy almost got 1,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 5 games. Falk, are you impressed with that? Diami Brown's going, the rookie receiver. T. McMillan has 38 catches, 935 yards, 17 touchdowns.
I mean, you have no choice but to be impressed. I mean, come on. Like, this guy came out of nowhere. It's just like he woke up one day and said, all right, I'm going to make him nice. And he's doing it. Like,
and nobody's doing nothing about it.
Oop.
Jordan Whittington, 35 catches, 953 yards, 14 touchdowns. Boone's back. That's all I'm going to say. My nigga back. Khalid Burton, a rookie for the Vikings right now from out of Ohio State, 34 catches, 691, and 10 touchdowns. Tight end Elijah Arroyo, Shit, 31 catches, 498, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, 27 catches, 672 and 13. My boy Boo McCoy got 26 catches, 295 yards, 1 touchdown. And then you got a running back out the backfield, 2-yard catch, wiggle for 10. Kamar Wheaton, yardage right now. Who doing what? 953 out of Whittington. The brother of Wigglelist. That's motherfucking.
Wiggle Antetokounmpo.
Oh yeah, hell nah.
Oh my God. He called him the brother of Wigglelouses. His name is Wiggleations. He mad as hell, you know. Damn, my brother Wigglelouses has the crown. We have to deceive him, and the new king will be Wiggleations. Oh
Bad
my
as
God.
hell. Bad as hell. Him and his kids don't got the line to the throat.
Right.
Oh shit.
Out here wiggling from the 3-yard pass. Oh God. Boone's receiver leading the league in yards with 953. I need to know where you at. You ain't gonna be doing all that shit. He out here OPing this nigga right now. Dick ride. We'll never just give Boone his props. We just straight call him a dick rider.
That nigga, that
I just wanted to make sure you were straight. You've been going for a while.
That one.
Are you all right?
Got 900 yards. And then the motherfucker, his other.
Where, to my house? Am I bringing Farrell down or you coming back up? All right. Okay, call me when you get here.
Okay.
All right. Come on, man, get the fuck out of my face, bro. You a grown ass man, nigga. Why you all in my face like that, cuz? What you want? What you want? I'm on a real talk right now. Unless you smoking this, you gotta roll. Check my tight end out. Yes, say he balling. All right, McMillan with 935, and the next in line is the tight end to take over for Darren Waller. Eric All got 695 on yards right now. DK Metcalf up there with 692. I don't know. Fuck all that Raven off and shit, man. I gotta get my nigga Waddle back in effect. Hold up. 691 for Khalid Burton. 672 for Devontae Smith, and Eskridge right behind him with 627. We got a Vasher sighting with 610. Van 508.
I got 2 receivers with almost 700 yards.
Yeah. All right, let's look at touchdowns right now. Blowing everything out the water. 17, 14, and 13. The top 3. McMillan, Whittington, and then Devontae Smith with 13. Right behind him, Khalid Burton 10. All got 8 as a tight end. Vasher 7, Rondell Moore 7, then Eskridge, Atwell got 6, Metcalf, Brendan Rice, Warren Newman, Jones Bell, and all got 5. So we got some guys playing right now. They balling. Let's look at the defense side of things. Who has the most tackles in the league? Surprise, surprise. Brian Mills, 41. Patrick Queen right behind him with 37. Jonathan Flo is in effect now. We're starting to get some Jonathan Flo action now. I was not about to say Jonathan. I thought I was about to have to say Justin right now, but he got 37 tackles on the season right now. Donovan McMillan from the safety spot, 36. Jeremiah Trotter with 36. You got middle linebacker, Latu, 35. DeLoach with 35. Floyd, Wade, and Davis all got tackles. So we're going to slide on over to tackle for loss. My favorite stat. Mills from the safety spot with 12. Tyreek Austin Cave, 9. Jonathan Flo with 7. Powell's, the my player on the same team as Jonathan, with 7. You got Cameron Silmon. How you say his name? I know he's Dion's son. Silmon. How you say that? Simone?
Silmon, I think.
Ty McBride, the my player. Montreal Mender with 6. Jeremiah Trier with 6. And you got Toti Oto, 6. Hufanga, 6. Derek Davis Jr. with 6. Anthony Hines, 6. And Chad Surratt with 6. Sacks right now. Who's doing what, when, where, and how? Baron Browning, outside linebacker. Old Ravens with 9 of them things. Harold Landry with 8. Basham with 7. Patrick Falk, the best D tackle in the league. Guaranteed, might even be the best defensive player in the league with 7 of them things. We were doing this last night, so I ain't talking out my ass right now. I know the numbers. Jordan Brooks, 6. Jack Sawyer with 6. Pharrell with 5. Chris Jones with 5. He be getting the most out of these niggas that nobody else will play with. Let's look at it and make sure I ain't missing nobody in the AFC. Sawyer, Brooks, we heard that. Jones, Pharrell. How about the NFC? 7 with Basham. Quentin Williams 5. Donald 5. McGrone 4. Alright, so we missed a couple guys, but other than that, everything's everything right now. With that, let's get back to the NFL. Who getting the INTs on the year right now? Let's talk about it. James Wiggins, the brother of the Wiggle Goddess, Wiggleaus and Wiggleations. James Wiggins. Anything with wig in it is exactly a baller. He got 7, leading the league right now. Del Pitt was 6. Tyson Campbell was sighting 5. I think I threw 3 to that motherfucker, holding triangle ass nigga. Dante Jackson, old as shit, with 5. Justin Reed 5. You got Javon Holland. I think Falk threw all those picks to him. He got 4. Asante Samuel Jr. with 4, and Calvert with 4. She got here fast as hell. Hello?
I'm here.
You coming up, right? Or you want to bring the dog down?
I'll pick him up.
All right, well, come on. I'm coming up now.
Okay.
All right. Man, I know you know that's your mom on the phone, nigga. We gonna go get her. Chill. Let me look at the AFC. All right, bro, chill. 6 Del Pitt, Reed 5, Holland. Let me know when you're in the building, Mom, so I can come let you in.
Okay. I'm ready to turn the corner in a minute.
All right. Javon Holland, Mills, Wild Goose, and Calvert. Along with, right, we got a whole bunch of 4s right now. I just want to make sure they ain't forget nobody. Dante Jackson, Tyson Campbell, Jonathan Abrams, when you see him, Chen, McBride.
Right, come on down and get me.
All right, get out the car.
Okay.
4-4. Alrighty, alrighty. Who out here making guys fumble like that? Let's go back to NFL. Who got the most fumbles on the year right now? Forced fumbles. Quentin Williams with 2. Vandarius Coleman with 2. Tyreek Austin with 2. Patrick Falk, D tackle with 2. That's nasty. Mekhi Parsons 2. Jerron McPherson, James Wiggles. What? Ain't nowhere out front to park. You sure? You checked everything? This is how you know they ain't showing shit, because I know for a fact my boy got 3. He leading the league with them things right now. You forcing any fumbles? All right, come on back. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna flip around.
This guy got Jaylon Jones at safety with 2 touchdowns, and Xavier Newport. That's a nigga packing Newports with two return for touchdowns. Kalen DeLoach and Marcus Williams. All out here balling. All right, fellas, that's the stats. That's what's going on in the league right now. This was a good ass real talk. 2 hours and 46 minutes worth of real talking. We shitting like that. That's what we doing, real drive. Yeah, are you out back yet?
No, I'll go around back.
Wait, you find the front sparking pot yet?
No, ain't no parking spots down here. I'll go around back now.
All right. And we out of here, you heard? What quarter that game in?